Let's go! Hey, we're here. Bye.
We're here 15 minutes late, as always, as you know.
As usual. That's okay.
It's technically early for us, actually.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're on time today, technically.
We started at like 8 or
something. 8, yeah.
For how late we usually start, we're basically on time today.
I know.
Like 15 minutes late is basically on time.
Welcome Eastern time for those of you not in our time zone.
Yeah, if you're our one fan from London, it's like I don't what time is it in London right now? Like
it's probably like 2 a.m. or something.
Wait, I was gonna say if you're one fan in London,
it's later at night.
Honestly, if they're in London right now, they're probably watching this in the queue to see the Queen. So
they might be. Yeah. I thought she got buried already.
The queue to end all queues, man.
What was it? Who's the famous soccer player that waited in line like 14
hours? David Beckham.
David Beckham, yeah.
Jeez.
Man of the people there.
Thank you.
Yeah. They did not let him through early. It is 12:46 a.m. for all of our London fans right now.
They don't let anybody. It doesn't matter how famous you are. You got to queue with everyone else.
Yep. I give him credit for it, because he could have been like, I'm a celebrity. I don't have time to wait with all the common people. Let me see the Queen and pay my respects and leave. But he waited the 14 hours. I'm sorry. And maybe it's because I'm not British. I would not stand in line for 14 hours to pay my respect to anyone. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say that.
Oh my God. To anyone.
To anyone. I'm not waiting 14 hours.
It's a long time.
I will remember you in spirit. And with that little tidbit of canceling information, let's go ahead and get started with tonight's session.
After we lost all our UK fans.
Yeah.
Yep, they hate us.
We insulted the Queen.
The thing you don't do, you don't insult the Queen.
Well, technically, if somebody is in the queue line and watching our show, we are all technically in the queue line.
That's true, yeah.
If somebody is in the queue line to see the Queen that has already been buried, then please, if you are watching us, let us know in chat when you get there. We will stop our stream. I'm holding Brendan to this. We will stop whatever we were doing, and we will pay our respects to the Queen, and then we will move on.
It closed on Sunday evening.
Oh, dang! No one can be in the
chat. Look, when did she pass? It was last week. What, Tuesday?
It was like a week or 2 weeks ago.
I don't remember.
It feels like it was forever ago already, honestly.
I hate to say it. I remember seeing I got a push notification from the CNN app that was like, "Oh, Queen Elizabeth goes to the hospital," and then a few hours later, it was like, all the royal family has been summoned to the hospital. I'm like, well, she dead.
Wow.
Generally they don't call the family till, if it's, unless it's super serious. Anyways, before I dig myself any more of a hole, let's talk about tonight's session, or last week's session, I should say, where the party finally arrived at Cutthroat Roost, which had been tenderly renamed Cut Fun Roost and had been returned into a resort pirate paradise, complete with free drinks, expensive restaurants that are also incredibly tacky, a brand new hotel, kitschy merchandise, and a whole lot of using the legacy of Azrael White to fuel their entire perverted pirate fantasies. Which obviously did not sit too well with the real Azrael White, who lived all those terrible pirate adventures and did the atrocities that they had taken his name and he basically turned him into the Disney glorified Jack Sparrow of pirates, only much friendlier, much more huggy and friendlier. So upon arriving, they almost got suckered into a timeshare presentation, which I'm very sad that no one bid on. And they decided, we're going right to town hall and we're talking to this Otis Mush guy who is supposedly the one who's running this whole show, and we're going to figure out what's going on. Well, they made it there, and they found out they had to wait till the evening to talk to him, because Otis is a big businessman, and big businessman had big business things to do. So you all peons had to wait your turn, which gave you free opportunity to explore Cut Fun Island and see all the different ways that it had changed from when it was Cutthroat Roost. And as you explored, you went to a restaurant called Wench's, which was basically pirate hooters, and Ruma ate bad chicken wings.
Yep.
You guys went to Kincaid's microbrewery, where Ruma drank bad IPAs, Igarith Pale Ales, thank you very much, and rode a mechanical manatee And then you went to Azriel White's Buccaneer Brewhouse Family Dining, an entire family-style Hard Rock Cafe, Planet Hollywood-esque restaurant done up based upon the Azriel White legends, where Ruma also proceeded to eat bad food, and Prince Farin ordered Sebastian, his little monkey familiar, to steal the synthetic head from a Azriel White stuffed impersonator actor. And Ruma just realized what IPA meant, despite me saying it like 5 times last session.
Yep, nicely done.
Just realized that it's Igarith Pale Ale, huh?
Igarith Pale Ale. It was a subtle joke.
I mean, IPA and is that like an actual IPA? Is it something pale ale?
It's Indian Pale Ale.
Indian Pale Ale. Yep.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's Indian Pale Ale. So I call it an Igarith Pale Ale.
I've hated them so much. I've never bothered to look up
into
what
them?
it meant.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, that's fair.
All right, in my life, I know one person that likes IPAs, despite.
Are they the worst?
There's the joke of that entire bar. If you didn't catch it, anyone, that you go to the bar and like 80% of their drinks are IPAs, and you're like, who drinks this shit? Because I don't know anyone that drinks this shit. As I say with my Coors Light in hand, which is, the hardest of, beers.
It is the hardest of beers.
Gross. Anyways,
Cool
so
as the
Arthur,
Rockies.
very clearly upset. Nat, who, kind of tagged along with them. As a reminder, Thomas Trick's daughter came to kill Arthur because Thomas Trick was one of the crewmates on Azriel White's ship. He was the cook. But she's also equally shaken up. And also who is pretty shaken up by all this is Prince Farin. Not necessarily because he's upset that Azriel White's name is being used here, but nobody has treated him like a prince, and basically the attitude has been like, we don't know who you are and we don't care. You're just one of every other person on this island, that comes here for this resort. So, yeah. Anyways, you got your meeting with Otis Mush, who turned out to be a huge D-bag, and basically he is a wealthy land developer. He owns the Moonlight Company, bought this land up, basically bought the pirates out of their land, turned it into a resort town, realized it's family fun, sanitized entertainment, makes you a ton of money. Found out that Ricky Tasker is the one that's been providing him all of the Azriel White stories, which was another one of Azriel's former crew members, and resides in a small town on this island called Nutton Town, and perhaps can lend some information to the party's map quest, which Otis was really not able to give any additional information on. He also gave you guys a stuffed doll with a pull string of Arthur, which you also, or Azriel, excuse me, which you currently have and have not pulled yet, so I'm waiting for that. And, yeah, Prince Farin got really, really upset because Otis was just like, fuck off, I don't care who you are. So he wind-walled the entire building, well, their floor specifically. He killed the guy's, like, assistant, or the lady that was, like, giving him shaves and stuff, and he severely wounded Otis and basically demanded that he apologize to Arthur, and Arthur could do whatever he wanted to him, and Arthur's like, I'm not going to touch this dude because it's not going to change anything. And then the guard came to arrest everyone, but Otis let them go, saying that there was something worse that awaited them out on the high seas, and the party basically forcefully left Cut Fun Island and prepares to sail to Nutton Town. I don't believe I missed anything.
Not that I'm aware of.
The real thing that you need to take from that session is that Ruma ate a lot of bad food.
Yep. He ordered one of everything from Wench's and ate all of it.
I think he ordered... Yeah. Did you order one of everything?
He ordered one of everything. He said, give me one of everything on the menu.
No, from the brew house too, though. Did you order one of everything for the brew house?
Oh, I think it was just Wench's.
It was just Wench's.
Just Wench's.
He wanted one of everything. And then ate all of it after anyone made a motion for it, saying, you should have ordered your own food.
Yep, yeah, Darby went to snack, and Ruma was like, excuse me, sir.
You should have ordered your own food if you wanted something. Okay, no, that's fine. You can have it.
Big boy. He was rationing, for the long voyage. Anyways, you guys are on the high seas. Let me get us to our map real quick. As I said, I apologize. Our my
fancy compass.
Oh yeah, the fancy
with a cool
compass.
compass that I totally added to this map originally and was not drawn here by one of my players.
Even with
Compass.
the inverted directions.
Yep, with the inverted directions, because I can draw maps. It's not because I'm directionally challenged, it's because I didn't take into account my own world's layout when I made my first map.
We've already established the Earth is flat. The world is flat, and we're just in the underside.
Even
of it
though you went to space already, the world is.
well, it's just a half hemisphere.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
half-
rounded
yeah.
on one side
There
and
we go.
flat on the other.
There we go.
We only saw part of the world. We didn't see the whole planet. So obviously it's flat on the bottom.
It's like Discworld. It's held up by like 4 elephants and like a dude like with 8 hands or some bullshit like that.
Exactly.
Which Terry Pratchett, fantastic fantasy author, if anyone's looking to read some really good fantasy books that have a little bit of wit and humor to them. Anyways, so you guys are right here in it says Cutthroat Roost on the actual map, because that was what was given to you, but Fun Roost. And Erskine is down over here in this cove, and good old Nuttentown, unlabeled, resides down here. Deduced by you through me, the DM, because that's the only other mapped out city on this map.
So we're heading.
It'll probably take you about 2 hours to sail yourself around there with the winds at their current speed.
Okay. Wow, small island.
Yep.
We will do so.
Yeah, none of these islands here in the Isle of Elios are overly large. In terms of travel distance between these islands, it'll take you about a day to reach each island, with the exception of this one right here. If you're going from Tornaga to this little guy, that'll take you about a half a day.
Okay.
Kind of same with this little guy up here, but everything else is about a day roughly to get to.
Right. We are gonna go to Nuttentown, I presume.
Nuttentown.
Nuttentown. So you guys batten down the hatches and begin sailing around the little cove here to make your way to Nuttentown. Kind of see some of the coastal pleasures here of Tornaga Island. A lot of trees, foliage. Island, despite the rampant expansion of the resort town, still actually seems to be in relatively decent shape, as long as you're not really in this generalized area where the actual resort is. That's starting to get a bit industrial, but everything else where you're headed is not too bad. And you're heading to Ballsville, which is the new name because someone wrote it on the map, and I think I know who. Oh, look, it's gone now.
Oh no.
Wow.
How quick they were overthrown.
Yeah.
Overthrown. Back to Nuttentown. So, you guys sail your way into the cove here of Nuttentown. Unlike the luxury resort of Cut Fun Roost, Nuttentown is pure sea shanty town, littered with displaced people and poverty. The village rests on stilts over the shallow parts of the inlet. Many of the shacks look no larger than one-room homes you'd normally see in Igarith. The dock walkways are molded and damp. A thick, musty air clings to the town despite being outside. You are unable to dock here, despite there being docks. Due to the size of things, you will need to anchor ship and tender in. And as you kind of do that, which I'm assuming you're going to tender into this place because that's where you wish to go, you see that there is a relatively large commotion going on here on the docks. Like a panicked, terrible commotion.
Okay, can we overhear any of what's going on, or is it just like more or less shouting and running?
Sounds like fighting.
Oh, fun.
Like heavy fighting.
Sentinel gets off the boat.
Well, we gotta get on our dinghy and row in. That's what's
I
happening.
guess. While that's
Into the dinghy.
while that's happening, I'll summon the pseudo dragon that I've still yet to name, and I'll have it fly over, and I'll use its senses when it
Just
gets
so
closer.
that we're visually clear here, DM. When I think of tendering in with a person the size of Ruma, I'm thinking of like the old Tom and Jerry cartoons, where when they're rowing, they're like literally on top of the water, walking on stilts.
I mean, you have Sentinel too, so he's also in the back, and you're just, you're
Sentinel is like a Pokemon, that learned surf, and it's just like.
It's like the terrible Pinocchio live-action remake where he pedals away from Monstro in his tiny rowboat.
Yeah.
His super fast puppet powers. God, that movie was terrible. Okay, back to the game. So yes, as you tender in, well, first off, Darby, your little dragon boy, sees that there are 3 sea hags that are terrorizing Nutton Town, and they have summoned with them 4 water elementals that seem to be attacking the town and its citizens.
While we're rolling in, I will relay the information that there are some what appear to be sea hags and water elementals terrorizing the docks. And I'll have the pseudo dragon start flying back to me.
All right.
And kind of meet up with us as we're rowing in.
It meets up with you guys, and you're able to inform everyone of this information, and you arrive at the docks and are able to get out.
Ooh, combat! I gotta remember how to do this.
it's been like several sessions.
It's been a hot minute since we had combat. I listened to you guys from last session.
It has been quite a while.
Let me one sec. Let me add.
Not necessarily a bad thing. Oh,
right,
yeah,
so
the dragon gets its own
Oh,
initiative.
Dang it! I totally forgot to do tokens for your familiars.
No, we have them. Oh, like token? Yeah, it's fine.
No, yeah, I totally forgot to add those this
It's
time.
fine.
That was my bad, guys.
No, it's okay. I gotta see what it's... Actually, I can just look it on D&D Beyond. Might have that information.
Here.
Oh,
I forgot to do
NPC
it for
token.
Sebastian too.
Yeah, we have the...
And you know the worst
we have
worst
the
part is
thing,
I
just
said
not
it,
the actual token.
worst part is I said I was gonna do that last session too, and I completely slipped my mind.
All right, DM, you got a lot going on.
Yeah. Yeah, just
a
set up a
lot
whole
going
encounter and plot and whatnot. Remembering to put 1 NPC image on a token is an easy thing
2,
to
I
forget.
gotta do Sebastian too because he also could be a important
Yes.
role in.
In combat, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm using that for your dragon. I don't care what you say, Brendan.
Okay.
Pardon for the
It looked
delay
like-
here, audience. And someone tell a joke while I do this.
There's a polar bear who walked into a diner and sits down, and the waitstaff walks over to him and says, "What would you like to eat?" And he says, "A hamburger and
Oh.
fries." And then the waitstaff, the waiter looks back at him and goes, "Okay, sure, but why the large paws?" He goes, "Oh, I was born with them."
I love the dramatic stop of the music
Yeah.
at the exact time of the silence.
It's done.
Sometimes
That's
magic just happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Comedic timing is a gift.
Thank you.
Is
Does the bouncer have tokens still? Okay, yeah, the bouncer still works.
Yeah, your bouncer is good because we made him quite a bit ago.
I'm just making sure because the icons are the same for the bouncer and the familiar, so I wasn't sure if it was like a problem. Or not, so.
Prince of Farn, if you have an idea of what you want Sebastian to look like and you have a photo, if you could send that to me, that would help me.
I
Right
will.
now. Thank you.
I will find that for
I
you.
appreciate you.
Matt Allen keeps a picture of Sebastian on him at all times.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do still
I
have
hope
the
he
image of the
does.
flying monkeys
In
from
his
Wizard of
wallet.
Oz if you want.
I
I was
have
gonna
this.
say, I remember for one of them you made him like a rainbow monkey.
Yeah, I made a rainbow
Cool.
flying monkey, like Wizard of Oz flying monkey image for one of the thumbnails.
I will do this.
So I don't
For
think I have a
now.
rainbow version of it. I just have like the actual
Because-
thing. I can go edit it after.
How dare
session.
you.
I don't usually save a lot of the stuff in the thumbnails. I just like
Yeah,
save like the base
That's
image and
because
just
he's too
edit for the
busy
thumbnail.
spelling your name wrong, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I don't
do
know
you
if you
mean?
noticed. I spelled
Oh,
Asriel wrong.
in your thumbnail when he had this
Yeah, with the
wanted sign
wanted
for
poster,
Azrael
I
White,
spelled
he
Azrael.
completely botched the spelling of your name.
Because I didn't know what
That's
it
so
was.
much better because that's why I haven't been caught this whole time. Is all
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
all
I
the
spelled
guards
it.
don't know how to spell infernal names, so that would make sense.
I spelled
All
it
right.
Azrael as an Azrael Dreamer from Undertale because that's the only frame of reference I have for how to spell it.
I was gonna say, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, I don't think I've ever given anyone your spelling of your name.
Is that
And,
the familiar? Or is that
it is.
Sebastian? Okay.
It's adorable.
I do not have control of that.
I have not given you control of it yet because it's a.
Is it a little axle dragon? That is awesome.
Yeah, it's like a little
because
axolotl.
it's just a random image on the
Yeah,
thing
just a
yet. I
token.
gotta.
Okay, gotta
yeah.
link it and everything. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta do all the shit to it.
I wasn't sure if it was linked first and then put in or not.
What's its hit points and stuff?
7 HP, 30 AC.
30?
Or sorry, 13.
Oh my god, I was about to say, what the fuck?
No, sorry, 13.
It is invincible.
It is God.
I mean, hey,
It is
7
literally
hit
God.
points. It'll die quickly. You just gotta hit it. You know,
you
one
gotta
crit
hit
and
it
it goes
first.
down. Yeah. No.
Oh my god.
It's yeah.
Roll
It has
20.
like so many senses too. It's got 10 feet of blind sight, 60 dark vision, 60
Roll
foot
20
flying.
is literally moving like molasses
Oh.
in an igloo right now.
I do have control of the
Now
token.
you have control of
Yep.
the little bitch.
I do need to make sure I remember that it uses my spell save DC for everything that it has that uses
Aha.
spell saves.
Insane.
Oh man, I love it.
Yes.
That is.
I also have to
Just
remember that this thing has its own initiative. It goes on its own turn. Which is why I took it, because it gives me a bonus action.
Same. We have bonus actions.
Because warlocks don't get a lot of bonus actions.
Bonus actions.
I traded out my reaction for a bonus action, which I feel is a little bit more important.
Get this epically cool battle music while
Yeah, while we're doing some technical difficulty things. I should make a technical difficulties slide for this. When this kind of stuff happens, I can just go to it.
I will say, you know what? I'll give myself some credit as DM here. I don't usually let this happen. I'm usually very on top.
I think this is like the first time.
This is the first time in years
Yeah.
that you've.
Is that a Beanie Baby?
It is.
Oh, I love it. That's perfect.
All right, Nerdy, what's your guys' HP and AC?
It's imp stats, right?
HP is 10. Yeah, it's 10, and then the armor class is 13.
All right.
Armor
It's
class
30.
is 30 stats.
Also
It's
30.
130.
We're
All right,
doing
give me un momento. I'm gonna get that token linked up, and we can, you can play with your little monkey baby all you want.
Yeah, monkey baby. Boop, 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 boop. He's over
Although,
here.
technically,
Does it
these
work?
or actually, I think mine's technically a tiny creature, but that's okay.
You're moving it?
I am.
Yep.
This thing is like lagging like fucking ass right now.
You know what's awesome? I do not have control of my own token.
Really?
Yeah, I do not.
Man,
have control of
roll
my-
20 has also just been
Yeah,
straight.
it's been a
It
little
says
janky
it
lately.
says you can control it, Arthur.
I am clicking and moving and trying all sorts of things, but it is not.
I guess just unassign it, reassign it.
Okay.
I
Have
can,
you
I can
tried?
move the map around. It's not frozen.
One sec.
I
I
can
know
control Ruma.
Oh yeah, there's 2 Rumas.
Breaking the map. I know why it's doing what it's doing.
Oh yeah, I don't have
no.
control over Darby either. Yeah.
People are set to background right now for
There we go.
whatever reason.
Here we go, guys. We've done this.
As a note for all of us, us players, you can spawn in your own token.
Nope.
If
That
you-
is not my
Well, I
job.
usually just
My
add you
job
guys.
is to hit
Yes.
things.
I know.
Alright.
But in even if
Is
something
everyone's
breaks,
HPs accurate and all of that crap?
No.
yeah,
I
I
gotta
gotta
update
HP.
my-
But other than that, we're
Good
good.
boss.
Oh, question mark. We had 10 HP from.
Oh yeah, 10
Sentinel's
10th HP from
thing.
like a week ago
Days
in
ago.
universe.
Should I get rid of that on
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
stuff?
yes,
Yeah.
get rid of the temp HP.
Yeah, because temp HP lasts until long rest, and we've
Well,
had many
technically,
long
if we're gonna be
rests.
real technical, all HP is temp HP.
True.
Ruma, did your token vanish?
I was
No, there it
fixing
is.
it.
Is
It keeps bringing my
is
HP
everyone's
down, I don't know why.
HPs correct? I know Nick,
Yeah.
you said yours wasn't.
No, but I can't edit it.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez, we're having all
What-
kinds of problems.
What
Yeah, my
should your HP
sheet
be?
is correct. That's
Oh,
fine.
now it's where it is. It should be
What should it be?
a 101,
So, it
but
probably helps if
See,
I had the map
On
up
my
there,
end,
so-
it says it's 90. Oh my god.
that's
roll
what
20.
it said just a second ago, and then now all of a sudden it.
Now it's 101.
We're good.
How
We're
about
back in
everyone
black.
else's HPs? Is it good?
Yes.
Our
Yes.
best
I
I
have
can edit my own
I have
HP.
corrected mine.
I can change my name.
Fantastic.
jeez.
You
That
might
was all the
you
problems.
might not be able to edit the token directly. That might just be a DM thing. I don't know. Oh, shit,
I'm a little curious now that I've updated it. Okay, yeah. I
But
pulled
there's
it.
like other values that I can, for whatever reason, the health and
Gosh, I fucked up.
the AC are
Oh, man,
locked.
I jacked all this up when I did it. No, god dang it.
Oh, we're moving the map again.
Oh my gosh, I accidentally put everything by mistake on the background layer and not the token layer. I'm such a
Yeah.
fucking cunt.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
Oh no.
It's escalated.
That's so much.
Oh,
I can
no.
tell the world's longest joke in the world.
All right, go.
Go for it.
Here
While
we
we're waiting.
go. Okay.
We'll transition back to characters.
There's a man crawling through the desert. He decided to try his SUV and a little bit of cross-country travel. He had a great fun zooming over the Badlands and through the sand, got lost, hit a big rock, and then he couldn't get it started again. There were no cell phone towers anywhere near, so his cell phone was useless. He had no family. His parents had died a few years before in an auto accident, and his few friends had no idea he was out here. He stayed with the car for a day or so, but his one bottle of water ran out and he was getting thirsty. He thought maybe he knew the direction back, and now that he'd paid attention to the sun and thought he'd figure out which way was north, so he decided to start walking. He figured he only had to go about 30 miles or so, and he'd be back to the small town he'd gotten gas in last. He thinks about walking at night to avoid the heat in the sun, but based upon how dark it actually was the night before, and given that he has no flashlight, he's afraid that he'll break a leg or step on a rattlesnake. So he puts on some sunblock, puts the rest in his pocket for reapplication later, brings an umbrella he had back in the back of his SUV with him to give him a little shade, pours the windshield wiper fluid into his water bottle in case he gets desperate, brings his pocket knife in case he finds a cactus that looks like it might have water in it, and heads out in the direction he thinks is right. Also, Ethan, feel free to interrupt me at any time because this is.
I'm doing initiatives right now. Finish the joke. As long as it's not like one of those, like,
As a quick note, both of the familiar, aka Sebastian and Pseudo Dragon, do get their own initiative count.
They do. Okay,
Yes.
I thought you said they get a bonus action. So.
No, we use our bonus action to command them.
Understood. I will add
But
them to the count.
they act on their own turns, unlike the bouncer, which acts after me.
Expert DM here knows all the D&D
Yes,
5e rules.
Yeah, we have the old summon mechanics with these because these are old summon mechanic stuff. With
All right,
familiar.
Sentinel, finish your joke, and then
Yes.
I'll need initiatives from everyone else.
Like another 37 pages, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like we'll be here for another 10, 20 minutes.
Oh, well then, if you want to hear the rest of the joke, you're
Find it.
SOL. We're
Yep.
fighting
Find
guys
it. Go
right
on the
now.
internet and find the longest
Did
joke.
you just
find
look
that
up the
one.
world's longest joke?
No, I was just looking through Reddit posts about jokes, and then someone said, "This is great," and then I clicked on it, and it said the longest joke in the world, and then I started scrolling, and I was like, "It's not kidding. It's so long, and the ending is so stupid."
All right, well, Sentinel, Ruma, give me initiatives, and then everyone start on the deck, unless Prince of Farin, you're going to be levitating yourself above the water.
Is my initiative not showing up?
It is.
No, it's a 6. I just need
Okay.
Sentinels.
A big 6.
Yeah, we need Sentinel. We
Oh,
need
18.
The
Sorry.
Sebastian one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I need Sebastian as well.
Get some
Yep, I'm
good
getting
rolls out of this die, man. Get some rolls out.
Yeah, I
So
rolled
much
really
at
well
one
for
roll.
me and terrible for the Pseudo Dragon.
Same.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
it's okay. It's fine that our familiar.
All
are a
right.
little behind.
Obviously, on this map, there are panic civilians.
Go ahead and transition back.
The panic civilians will not be going. They will just be standing there in panic, and they may
Naturally.
die. Your job is to protect as many
many as
panic
possible.
civilians as you can. Prince of Farin, what is your dexterity?
Ooh, my dexterity is a crisp 15.
Then you get to go before this water elemental.
Go.
There's also.
And Sentinel, what is your dex?
Oh, there's a lot of ties.
It is 3. 16 is the
16?
actual number. Yes.
You get to go through that.
Arthur's tie with a
Arthur,
hat.
I'm assuming yours is higher than the sea hags.
20.
Yeah, those don't
And
matter.
that
They
should
can just go through.
be all the time.
All right, Prince of Farin, these
Oh,
hags in water.
There's a tie between me or my familiar and Ruma.
Oh, Ruma. What's
Which
your familiar?
Ruma I probably goes first because he's got a Pseudo Dragon's got a +2.
I
What's your
also have a +2. Mine's 15.
15? Oh, it's tied. You can go first.
All right,
Okay.
Rollies. Roll for it. Rollies.
Nope. Ruma's going
No.
first. It has
I
been
am
decided.
commanding my familiar go second.
Prince of Farin, this chaos
Familiars
is
go last.
erupting in Nutton
Yes.
Town here. Citizens, all of them relatively shanty, are still
I
in
don't remember how
panic,
to
not
do
really able to
spells.
defend themselves from 3 sea hags and 4 water elementals.
Oh yeah, I
What
got
will
new
you do?
spells.
I am going to breathe out and a extremely awesome concentrated oxygen is going to flow into Arthur, Sentinel, and Ruma, almost as if they are blessed now with more extreme ability. Yeah, you get to add a D4 to your attack rolls.
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah, for up
It's
to
like
a minute.
attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
You said that was Arthur, Sentinel, and who?
Ruma,
And
And
Ruma.
Ruma?
the melee
And that-
characters.
Yes. And
They'll
then,
get blessed.
while I am focusing on that, I'm actually going to have Sebastian not do anything because I am going to rise into the air as a bonus action, giving myself a flying speed for the next 10 minutes.
All right.
I will fly up 30 feet into the sky.
All right. You are 30 feet up in the air.
This has
Alright, that's it.
All right. We
5
have a
feet.
water elemental that's going, which I believe is this one down here. And it's going to go 5, 10, 15, and it's going to attack this pirate. Yeah, it's going to kill him.
No.
And they are dead.
There's no way we could stop that from happening.
Nope. Welcome to shitty escort missions in video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sentinel, you're
This
next.
really is just an XCOM mission.
It makes me feel so bad on these
Yeah.
levels. I'm just like, I can't save everyone.
Half
Yeah.
the population is killed in the first turn because you went last.
Yeah.
You-
It's like
Great.
XCOM civilian
And then
saving
the game
missions.
gives you a big like C ranking. I've never played
Yeah.
XCOM. I don't. It's like
No,
you got
no.
a C because you didn't save enough people. They literally killed 3/4 of the civilians before I even win. I don't know what you
You
want me
should
to
have
say.
sent faster people.
They should have. How dare they spawn an alien on top of a civilian, and then the alien's turn is I'm shooting the civilian.
No, it's your fault. Okay.
Yeah, it clearly killed
So,
it.
because Arthur is the main character, and Sentinel recognizes this, in this story,
That's true.
no.
He is the main character of this arc.
Sentinel wants to give Arthur another pick-me-up as he feels blessed by the great prince, and so Sentinel gives him a slap on the back and says, "Go get him, buddy." And you now have a D3 to all of your attack and
Dang.
ability checks.
Arthur's getting
Was that
all
plus
of the bucks.
7?
So now he has a
D4 and a
D3.
D3.
And, yep.
Wow.
D4, D3.
Sentinel, would you like to
Very
move it
nice.
all?
And then, Sentinel joins the fray. So he's going to go. Can I move myself? Come on.
Oh.
There we go. 5,
You should be
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
All right.
Getting away.
45.
With you
Okay.
entering the fray, Sentinel, the enemies in the immediate area have noticed you, which means this water elemental is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it is going to make 2 slam attacks against you,
Ooh.
which I'm actually.
Can I rage before all?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I'm
before his
surprised you
turn's
didn't rage.
over.
I was going to rage
Yeah,
and then.
rage.
Okay.
Nope, you can't.
Yeah, no, your turn's over. You didn't declare your
Cruel
turn's
DM
over, but it's
says
over.
No rage.
You're-
No, alright. Okay. Ooh.
Oh yes, you get your rage ability. You're
Yes,
a wild
which
Yeah.
might do something.
barbarian. What did
which
you get to
probably won't
I-
have been.
Light.
I'm going to lightning him from my chest. Just
Hey.
my.
do? This one?
Called it.
Yeah, the one coming after me.
Super
Oh.
effective.
Okay.
It's super effective. It's a
Uh,
water type.
It surprisingly is not.
No. Yeah.
Constitution saving
Vulnerabilities
throw.
are so non-existent in 5e for some reason.
I'm rolling really bad today. A con 8.
Oh yeah.
For a water elemental too? Dang.
2 lightning damage.
All right. Big
boy.
hits. Big hits.
A little shock.
A little zappy.
All right. All good there, Sentinel.
Yep. Oh, and he's blinded.
Yes.
He might be.
If-
Can he be
yeah, they
blinded?
might be immune to that, actually. I don't know.
It is not.
Ooh,
Love to see it.
dope.
He is blinded, so I'm gonna add that guy, I guess. All right. Well, this one's making two slam attacks against you, Sentinel.
Hit me.
For Dang it, I need to pull up the thing here and see what
There are two
the thing
hit
is here.
bonuses.
That is going to be an 18.
That does not hit.
Okay.
And, ooh, that's a big hit. That is a 25.
That hits.
All right, so I will give you the halvesies here. For 10, 5 damage to you.
Not bad.
And it'll be your turn, Arthur.
Thank you, 5.
Feeling the like crazy amounts of energy surging through his body. Oh, well, quick question. Is what you did to me, Sentinel, is that concentration?
No,
No,
it's
great.
not.
Awesome.
It's
Sweet.
bolstering magic.
Is it for one turn, or how long does it last?
10 minutes.
Is it
All right.
on next
Damn.
attack, or is it just for the 10 minutes?
For the 10 minutes.
Love to
Arthur,
see it.
damn.
Barbarians getting cool support.
Whew.
Yeah.
Arthur's gonna pull out one of his scimitars and run forward. Realize that he has the wrong scimitar in the wrong hand. Toss it over to his other hand. Pull out his secondary one, and take 2 swipes at this blinded elemental. Which, if I understand correctly,
Should be
will be an advantage because it's blind. And I will get a D4 and a D3.
And a D3.
You can
But
double
you
check
get advantage 'cause
blinded.
it's
I
blind.
think you do because I can't see you. Let's find out. Let me
Condition
check.
blind.
Could be wrong.
Blinded. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature's attack
There you
rolls have
go.
disadvantage.
All right.
All right.
You do get advantage on it.
Oh,
And it's just
all right.
all attack rolls too. It's not even like specific
Nice.
ones. It's just all rolls are advantage.
Arthur, is your weapon magical?
It is not.
Then these will be at half damage for you.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
So that's technically a 31 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right.
I'll
so-
allow it. I'll allow it this one time.
We'll allow it. We'll allow it. With all of your bonuses, your bless
Just
and
one time.
D3.
Only once.
Yes, that was at advantage. So this is gonna be sneak attack damage.
And plus Sentinel's right there, so.
All right. So I've got
You get sneak attack in like 3 different ways right here.
9.
How does sneak attack work with resistance? I don't remember. Does sneak attack just add to the damage, or is it its own separate damage?
No, it would still be because it's just.
Is it added to the
I
weapon
believe it's
damage?
with the weapon.
Okay.
Because sneak attack isn't magical inherently, so it's
Yeah.
That's a good question.
But it's technically also not like, if it's not inherently weapon damage, then it's also not non-magical weapon damage.
It's spoopy
Sneak
damage.
attack.
'cause you
I'm
scared
looking
him.
it up. I'm looking it up.
You can deal extra damage to one creature you attack at your advantage. Extra damage, so I guess it would be tied to the weapon damage.
Yeah, because it's to one creature you hit with an attack,
Yes.
with a finesse
Yes.
or range.
If the attack
so-
involves other damage dice, such as the rogue sneak attack feature, you roll the dice twice. So I'm gonna make just the DM rule, unless someone finds a sage advice that says otherwise. It will also be half.
That makes sense to me. Okay, so that's gonna be
Just
21
counts as weapon
damage. So half.
That's at half. That's already
No,
half.
no, that's not half. No,
So
it's
it'll be 10.
Yep.
All right, it
What
takes
was it
10
again?
damage.
I will bonus action attack it with
Okay.
Second finesse weapon.
my double bonuses. So that's gonna be a. Sorry, I gotta do math.
math is fine.
19, 21.
You don't even have to add. That'll hit it.
Okay. It's gonna be
I
the
heard
one.
19, and I'm like, yep.
5 more damage.
Halved?
Yes, so that will be 2,
Two.
right? Yeah, 2.
3.
2 more damage.
I round down.
He's
5e
rounding down.
rounds up usually.
He's
I'm
being
rounding
mean.
down.
Okay.
I round down
go
for all the enemies. I'm rounding down.
Okay.
5,
That's right.
10, 15 to get back here. Okay, that's my
Alright.
turn.
So we got the sea hag down here,
Which
which.
Wait.
Nope, Sentinel, it is not triggered by you, so it's going to run over here to this commoner. It's going to make an attack, which will hit and kill it.
Dang.
Darby.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go with tried and true. Let me go ahead and mark that I've cast this at.
Bouncer time.
Yeah, I got 90-foot range. I'm right here. We'll put it right there in that little pocket. Bouncer. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure all of its stats should be correct right Spell level above.
They may have
third.
changed because you did level up after.
No, it should be good because it's for every
okay.
level above third, and I am at 4th level spell slots.
Okay.
So we are good. So all of his stuff should be correct. That is my action. I'm gonna stay where I am. Oh yeah. Chaos Bouncer. It's gonna be Despair Bouncer, as per usual. Right, it's the one with the movement reduction. Yes. And then I need to roll my D4. Right? There's a D. Yeah, D4.
Yes.
It is not chaos. It is a normal, everyday shadow bouncer.
All right. No cat bouncer.
No cat
No
bouncer.
little
Just
cat
normal
bouncer.
sequin suit bouncer.
Yeah.
And then I will actually use my bonus action to command the pseudo dragon, if I can find what my options here are. I can tell it to take the attack action, and I will tell it to attack one of the water elementals on its turn.
You
Okay.
tell that thing.
You should name it Sir Tristan.
And
I
I
haven't thought of
believe
it.
if I was gonna say, I believe if that is the end of your turn, John,
That
you're
is
bound-
all I'm doing. Yes. And then
Okay,
the
you're
bouncer
bound.
will go immediately after me. He's gonna swing at the hag.
Okay.
Which
Swing at that
Question
head.
for you: can it be frightened?
it is completely immune to frightening.
Then never mind.
Good to know.
It is, yeah. It's really nice. So it will go to punch with Chilling Rend. I'll do 2 big old fist swings at this hag, because I believe it does get 2 now. Get half the multi-attack, half the spell level. So yeah. That is plus. Jeez, I have to like jump between so many pages. That is an 11.
Ooh,
On the
that
first
might
punch?
miss. That's gonna miss.
Dang.
Whoa, whoa, yeah, bouncer.
It's okay. He cracks his neck and goes for the second swing. It's been a while. This is I think
Wow.
that's way
It's
better.
been a while.
21 on that one.
I like the singing.
I'm going to hope a 21 hits the hag.
That'll hit the head.
Okay. What does he get? He gets D12. Spell level is 4, so plus 7. Is 11 cold damage.
She will take 11 cold damage. Still on her feet though. She's a resilient hag, as they are.
And he will just crack his knuckles and stay where he is, reducing anything that starts next to him's movement by 20 feet.
All right. Anything else for you, bouncer?
That is all the bouncer can do.
All right, this water elemental is gonna go, and it's gonna move right here and take a swing at the pirate. Wow, it's gonna
person.
miss with a natural
Yo,
1.
Let's
Yeah.
go. We can save
Yo,
Unfortunately, it
that.
has 2 attacks.
Oh, that's true.
Yarg.
I
And
forgot about that.
Yarg.
Yarg.
And then we got this one right
Mimuchi.
here, and it's a little butt hurt, so it's gonna move to Arthur. So Sentinel, take your op.
Yes.
Advantage.
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
gonna
it's
move
blind.
faster?
Yeah,
It
it's
can't,
fine.
see nothing, DM. It's blind.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so am I. That is.
Did you swing at an advantage?
I did.
Nicholas.
A 17.
Did you roll your D4 too?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you do get a D4.
Thank you.
You said you rolled a
That is-
17.
Dirty 20, yep.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit this stupid thing.
Well, I rolled a 9 and I thought, but I forgot we're level 8.
Yeah, we're level 8. We got
Yeah.
big bonuses now.
And you have a magical weapon from the woodcutter's beak.
Yes, I
so
do.
You will not do halves to it. You'll do
Yeah.
No halvesies for me.
No splitting.
And I don't think you get the bonus for woodcutters, unfortunately, because it's not a plant.
No, it's not a plant.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. We'll get that bonus somewhere. We'll find it. We'll find that bonus damage for you.
13
Nick's
damage.
just gonna create a plant NPC, and Nick's just gonna whack it. Just
Yeah.
get the
Just to
bonus.
get the
Please.
bonus.
The big final boss of the game is a giant flower, and Sentinel one-hit kills it with his mega axe.
It's Dandelion.
All right.
He's back. He was the
And Dillian is back as the final boss.
Or they are covered in some sort of wooden armor. Then
Yeah.
I get extra.
It's
Well-
gonna be a huge twist. Like, you guys are gonna fight the big bad beat, and then Dandelion is gonna appear as the final real villain of the whole series.
I've been pulling the strings the whole time.
Anyways, so this water elemental is just flailing about. It's gonna go for you, Arthur, at disadvantage
Yeah,
to
let's
attack.
do it.
That's a natural 1, so I'm not even gonna roll again. and we are
Two.
on to its second attack. That'll probably miss. Ooh, that second one was a 19, but it's going to be a 12.
Yeah, it's gonna miss.
Yep.
All right. So this sea hag's going to go down here.
no.
After seeing some
Nice.
commotion, it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can it move any further?
It's gonna action to
Use
dash.
that
Yeah,
action.
you can always
Only if it-
dash.
It can always dash, but I don't think it's going to dash because you begin to see the hags chant their crazy, creepy
No.
chanting things.
No.
And Sentinel, I'm going to need a wisdom save from you,
Of
please.
course.
Come on, Sentinel.
40 feet.
Sentinel's not very wise, people. An 18.
Woo!
That actually might be enough, yeah.
Very wise.
Yeah, don't forget you get to add your D from the
Four.
plus to the D4.
For everything.
I
Yep.
think so, yeah.
That's another dirty 20 here,
Oh,
folks.
that'll probably succeed. Where the bloody hell is this thing's
Spell save
Ah,
bonus.
there we go. Found it. All right, so you succeed. You will still take...
No damage.
nothing happens. You're not frightened.
Yes.
Boys.
Nothing happens.
I'm not running away.
Oh, yeah, do
All
I have
right.
any bonuses for stuff like that right now?
No.
Sentinel just stares
dex
at the
saves.
witch and says,
No,
"Not
not
today."
I'm wondering if like any
Oh.
of my class features give me stuff on that. Because I know I have ways to like turn charms against people. I don't know if
So
I
it's
have
going
anything
to
for
move
frightens.
here.
Or if that's like a later level. I think it's a later level.
It is going to cast a lightning bolt through the NPC and Arthur. I'm going to need
Hey,
That's
dex
going to
saves.
how much? It's gonna hit the NPC,
Yeah, it's
this
hitting the-
guy,
it's
and
hitting the
this
elemental.
guy.
it will. It will.
Yeah, I just get missed.
Alright, let me see what my bouncers.
Which they will both succeed their saves.
Does this get any bonuses to dex, or is it? It's just a straight dex.
So that's gonna be
I guess plus three,
the
but-
dex save.
Let me double check. It might actually, because I know my familiar has advantage on spell stuff. Nope, this one does not. All right.
34.
34.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Uh,
Arthur, you are
And
safe.
22 on the bouncer.
I have a plus
And what
8
about-
on dex,
all right.
plus 9 on dex saves, and then I got a D4 and the D3.
So Arthur, because you're rogue, you'll take no damage from this, but the bouncer is
Still takes
going
half.
to take half of this.
straight up Matrix.
It's a lightning bolt.
Ooh, wow. 17 points of damage.
That already had.
Ooh, Nelly.
That's halved.
All right.
Oh,
Honestly,
good
that's-
die.
Not bad.
It was 8d6 of lightning damage,
Yeah, no.
and that was halved.
For a save, I'll take 17. That's not bad.
Ruma, you're next.
Yay! All right, I have a question. If
Yes.
I cast magic weapon, do my hits no longer become bludgeoning and they are?
They will be, yes. If it
It's
turns your
considered
weapon-
magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance.
yes, it will be a
So
magical
it's still
weapon.
bludgeoning, but it's magical bludgeoning.
Okay, that makes it fun. All right,
Yes.
cool.
So
I'm
you
going
can get over the
to-
resistance.
I'm going to bonus action cast magical weapon on myself.
Naturally.
How do you do that? What does that look like?
Ruma just
Your hammer's, like,
grunts and he
glows,
pulls
right?
out his hammer and then it glows a little.
I was gonna say.
love it.
There's like
I love
runes on it,
Glowy
right? So
hammer.
like the
Like,
runes on the hammer.
only
glow.
only a little, like none of the handle,
Uh,
just a little bit on the hammerhead
I want him
itself.
to like slap his elbow or something, or like pretend to reload his hammer.
Just hold.
Ruma will get the theatrics one day. And
Ruma's
then
not
he
a
is going
theatric
to
guy.
run up to this water elemental here, and he's gonna smack it.
You can smack it. He's
At
At
blind.
advantage.
Smack
He's,
it.
he's
Alright.
blinded.
At advantage, he's
Sure.
blind.
How long does the blind last? Is it your turn?
And
or
you
is
get a
it their
D4.
turn?
You get a D4 as well, because you're blessed.
All right, let me see. Okay, that's way better. 20. I'm assuming a 26 hits,
Yes.
Yeah, don't even need
Okay.
a D4.
and it will do.
That'll do, donkey.
That'd be.
12. Yes, 12 points of damage.
All right, it will take 12.
What is the water elemental's size?
It is
Oh.
a large construct.
All right,
Large
I
elemental, excuse me.
took the crusher feat. So if an enemy is within one size of me,
Oh,
every time I hit with bludgeoning, it moves 5 feet back.
He will move 5 feet back.
All right, and then I will continue my pursuit and hit him again.
Go ahead.
Oh, gotta scroll up. Oh, not on the actions pane. Okay, here we
Been
go.
quite a while since we had to do actual combat. Got
25
rusty.
plus whatever I would have rolled.
Yeah, yep. You could.
Plus the D4, plus, you know.
All right. 8 damage. I'm gonna move it 5 more feet back towards Sentinel.
It's
All
right
right,
back
okay,
into
I'm not-
Sentinel's loving arms.
Yes.
Well, you just see Ruma run up, he's just hitting it, and this thing's just bouncing backwards.
And I'm
That's how
gonna
cool
that.
pressure feed is.
Let me double check my distance here. Okay, yeah, and then I'm gonna end my turn right about there.
All right. Mr.
Love it.
Darby's familiar.
Alright.
Darby, you did use a bonus action, so
I
it may
did
go.
use my bonus action to tell it to. I mean, it always goes. It's just I can only take the attack action if I
Yeah.
spend my bonus action on it, which it will do. If I remember correctly, I told it to hit an elemental. So I'll have it fly. You know, I'll have it go 30 feet up to the one that's blinded. We'll just keep going on this guy, and it will make its sting attack. It gets a +4. That is a 16.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Is this magical, I believe?
It is just a normal D4 of piercing damage +2, but it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
What is my spell save DC? That uses mine. That succeeds.
Okay.
It'll still take the piercing damage, which is 5, so half is 2.
Okay.
And then nothing happens as far as the bonus effect.
Okay.
This thing can be pretty nasty if that happens.
Did you half it?
Because it's just normal piercing damage.
It should be magical.
Oh,
You
actually, yeah,
have to
you're
save
right.
it,
That's right. That's right. Yeah. No, I forgot. Yeah,
3 more?
yeah.
It's a
3 more.
familiar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because our Pact of the Chain gives it magical over
There you
to
go.
overcome resistances. Yes, you are right. I forgot about that. Thank you. There's so
You
many
are-
things to that
Yes,
feature that it's
this
like,
particular
here's like
thing is a
6
lot.
more things you can do. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And well, yeah, it's blinded. It moved 45 feet or no, 30 feet to get there, right? Because it was here. So I'll have it move 30 feet to come back to me. So that can take an opportunity tag if it wants. Actually, I don't know if it
If it's
can because it's
magical,
blinded.
He
It
has to
cards.
see it. You
Yeah.
have to see in order to make an opportunity attack.
That's right. So he will fly back to me for safety,
All right.
and that'll be its turn.
So, Sebastian, you are next.
All right, Sebastian is going to listen to my mental commands and turn invisible, and then it will move over here. Actually, no, I can't get that far. It'll move right here.
He is
All right.
40
invisible.
feet up in the sky. Well, not
Okay,
40 feet up. No, we'll have him at the same level as everybody.
Okay. So, Prince Safaran, you would be next, and you are 30 feet above everything.
Yes, I will move 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, but I'm much higher. And then, as my action, I am going to try and Mind Spike the Elemental.
Okay. What do I need to do?
Deliver, sorry. I need
If
to make an
anything.
Intelligence saving throw.
The elemental?
Yes.
I rolled a 1 and it has a -3, so -2.
Intelligence is a
That
tough
is a-
saving throw, man.
Yeah, the time savers
Damn.
are really hard for like everyone.
It's going to take 8 psychic damage.
Nice.
And its next saving throw has a D4 minus to it. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to tell Sebastian to fuck up one of these elementals.
All right.
Alright, that's it.
Actually, it's the one down
So,
here. One at the bottom.
yep, it's the one way down here. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30, and it'll dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is its turn. Sentinel.
All right. Sentinel is going to take a whack at the guy who keeps getting whacked.
Bully this one elemental out.
I was going to say, as I would.
And that is. Man, I really can't see in the light. 19 plus 8.
Yeah, yup.
27.
Yup.
And whatever.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus your D4.
Yep. So
Sentinel, how long does that blindness last on him? Was it to
I
your
think it's
turn, or is
until
it like a
your
minute? Or...
turn. I could be
um,
wrong though. It's been a while since I've looked at
Yeah.
Club Magic Barbarian.
until the start of Magic's turn, so he's no longer blind.
All right, so this will be at no advantage, but you rolled like a champ anyways, so.
I mean, it
Okay.
could be at advantage if Sentinel wants it to be at advantage.
True.
You can always reckless. But with that kind of a swing,
15 damage.
All right, it'll take 15 damage.
Okay, and then I'll shock it again. I'm gonna turn and
Con save?
shoot him with my chest laser. Yep.
Con save with a -4. I'm not even gonna roll because that's a 7, and I already know
All
that
right.
loses, so it'll be blinded again.
He gets hit for 6 damage and he's blinded.
Man, I am rolling like bupkis.
would you like to make your second attack, Sentinel?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I've been running a campaign with really low level characters, and so I forget that
Yeah.
I also
You have multi.
am not a
right
low
now.
level character
I
anymore.
don't think you did a second attack last time too.
He didn't do an
I was
attack
just
last
like,
time.
Well, I did. I used my action to touch
Ah.
Arthur.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. You touched Arthur.
That's a statement.
That's a clip for
It took
later.
a full action too.
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
a
it
whole
did.
lot.
It was a real good touch, real
It was a
long
whole
good
6
touch.
seconds.
6 seconds of touching Arthur. Okay, I had to bolster his magic, you know. So that is a 26 to hit,
Yup.
Jeez.
and then
Angry chickie.
16 damage.
Yeah, it'll take 16, and Water Elemental is looking a little less moist.
All right, knocking that moisture out.
Is that
That's
it?
it.
No. All right. So the next thing that this Water Elemental that's right below you is going to do.
Man, these things can take a beating.
Yeah,
They got
take
a lot of
lot
health. Yeah. Water elementals are tanky. They don't have like high AC, but they tank.
All right. The Elemental is going to move into your spot, Sentinel. I need a DC 15 Strength save.
You're gonna try and drown you.
Yeah. You should be fine with that though.
No, you say that.
Did you do your bonus D4?
I don't think it's gonna matter, but we can do it.
Okay.
Alan has disappeared.
Is Nat 1 just automatic failure, anyways?
No.
It's for a saving throw? No, just for
Okay.
attack.
Not until the 1 D&D rules come into play.
That's 11.
That will fail. So Sentinel, you are going to take.
Because it came from behind you. That's why.
You're going to
Yeah.
take 16 points of damage. It doesn't even say. It just says takes. Oh yeah, it's bludgeoning.
Yeah, I think it's bludgeoning.
So
You
still-
are
have it.
grappled.
Only 8.
Which means you are restrained.
Oh, I
and
would, yeah.
You take
Unless you can breathe underwater, you are currently drowning.
I am drowning.
Remember, right?
and
Suffocation
grappled.
lasts for like quite a while. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
it's
is-
your it's your constitution,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
per
plus, like,
round
whatever.
or something.
Yeah.
And then a creature within 5 feet of the elemental can pull the creature out or object out by doing a DC 14 strength check. Arthur, you would be next.
All right, Arthur
We'll
is
pull it up.
going to try and finish this elemental off of 5, 10, 15, and he's
Yeah,
going to
you
attack
can-
twice.
Breathe for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus your con modifier.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's
So for
gonna
you,
be
it should be
5
3
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, more time than this combat
That will
encounter
ever
will probably
last.
go.
Yeah.
If we're 5 minute in-game minutes of this combat encounter, we're at like midnight right now.
26 to hit.
Yep. I'm gonna waste this thing.
Big sneak attack.
I hope so.
I mean, admittedly, it is, half damage.
but-
Still, big sneak attacks can do a lot even when resistance.
Ooh, yeah.
It's just like big smites, you know?
Oh wait, 1 sec to Arthur. Oh nope, you're good. You are good.
Oh, yeah, within a certain range of the hag.
Yep.
Yeah,
I keep
so-
forgetting that. I need
yeah,
to
they
make
got, like,
sure
that
that
30-foot
technically Sentinel would have, but I effed that up. So
26 halved 13 damage. First strike.
it is still on its feet.
All
It's
right,
still good,
second
though.
strike.
I'm gonna huck firebolts at the water elementals, turn them into
That's
steam
gonna
elementals.
be a
I love steam elementals. They're my friends.
They're cool.
18 plus 8, 26 plus 3. Yeah, it's gonna hit because it's 26 plus whatever my D4
Yeah.
and
Oh
D3
my
are. So
God.
Give me Give me that sexy DiMaggio.
We're rolling
Alright.
really well for our first combat encounter in like a month. and a
Just
half.
gonna be Uno. Just a
one
one.
It
damage.
is still alive.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's
Just a one.
Come
Alright.
on.
And Arthur's actually gonna stay put. He's gonna hold his ground because he's gonna try and prevent them getting this guy over here. So
That reminds
So
me.
this
What about
sea
your
hag down
concentration?
here is gonna move.
I'm using something.
Arthur.
I don't remember what it was.
Arthur, yeah, we'll go with Arthur. I need a
that
wisdom
one.
save from you.
ooh, wisdom, nice.
That's a fun saving throw.
Do I get my D4 right and my D3?
Check the
not the
D3. But
I did D3. I thought it was just for attacks, but Nick would be able to tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
we can
So
It's for attacks and ability checks.
Yep. So
okay.
not for
So
saving.
you just get the D4.
yeah,
Though.
you get the D4 from Bless still.
17
Plus
plus
it's a good
4
spell.
is 21.
Veins.
You are completely okay.
Whew, thank
Love
you.
to see it.
D4 help, man. Thank
Dang.
you.
Yeah. The D4
I was gonna
didn't
say,
work.
if you rolled, what'd you roll? A 24?
What? No, I rolled. So I rolled a 14. My wisdom save is +3, and I rolled a 4 on
Yeah.
the D4.
You would
so...
you would have been fine anyways. So
Oh, okay.
you are
D4s
you are
are,
a-okay.
still helping. Still helping.
All right. So that sea hag's not gonna do anything. Darby.
All right. I will, I guess, do the only action that I really get to do at this point. Now that I'm concentrating on a spell,
Yes.
we're gonna
Oh,
huck
yeah.
some cards. I will start with
Damn
the.
it.
Yeah, I will start with the advantage on the blinded elemental.
Go ahead.
At advantage, that is a 20 something to hit. 23.
That'll hit. What's the minimum amount of damage you can do?
Least I can do is 6 force.
It's dead.
Sick.
You
Nice.
just the card strikes it.
Specifically
You just
10
watch
force
as
is what
it
I just did.
bursts. Water goes everywhere. It begins to leak into the floorboards. You all get soaked.
Ooh,
You hit the splash zone.
that's my second water
I
element.
am in the splash zone.
And
Yep.
You are living in this.
literally the splash zone.
Highway to your splash zone.
Highway
that-
to.
I will help out my my buddy, my bouncer, and I'll huck a card at the hag that he is engaged with.
Okay.
Think about Sentinel and try to hit the water elemental that Sentinel's being drowned in right now.
Yep, everybody just ignore that.
19.
I would ignore it.
That'll hit.
I'm leaving Sentinel to the guys that can pull him out of the water elemental. That is 8 force damage onto that.
8 force.
Yep.
It'll take 8 force damage.
I
Still alive, though.
will bonus action to tell my little buddy here to mess up the other water elemental that has Sentinel with its like 60-foot flying speed whenever that comes around, and then I will tell the bouncer to just keep going to town, and the bouncer will begin
It'll attack
going
the
to
hag.
town.
Continue
It may go to town.
What town?
The bouncer cannot be made afraid. We determined that, right?
Yes, it is
Town,
immune to
town.
the frightened condition,
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
which is very nice, with its resistance to necrotic damage as well. That is like a 23 to hit.
Yup, that hits.
Love to see it. Where's my D12?
Just imagine the bouncers like
Ooh.
they spawn in with one of those Groovatrons from Ratchet and Clank that makes all the enemies dance because he's about to do a club.
Yeah.
There's gotta be some music going on around him.
17 cold on that one.
That'll take 17 cold.
And then
Boom,
second
to the
swing
face.
coming in right across the jawline. It's a big 19 to hit on that one.
That'll hit.
And
Punch
the
him.
damage, ooh, max damage for 19 cold on that one.
Punch that old lady.
Hag drops dead.
Love
No,
to see it.
Blocks the hag.
Let me add, what are these, water hags?
They're sea hags.
Sea hag to the count. So I got
Also known as
those.
sags.
Yes. Saves. Bouncer does still have movement, all 40 feet of it. So I'll actually have him come down here
All right.
in front of these two guys to slow them down.
Okay. Is that your bouncer's turn?
That'll be Bouncer's turn.
All right. So this water elemental's gonna go, and it's just gonna do 2 slams
swings
on
on
your
him?
bouncer there,
Yep.
Darby. Let's see if I can actually roll worth a damn. That's a natural 20 to start for my roll worth a damn.
Yep.
So,
That'll do it. That'll do it. I'm assuming this is not necrotic.
no, it is
That's
bludge.
bludgeoning. Yeah.
It's drippy damage.
It's water damage.
Moist
Damage type that
Hey,
doesn't
got
exist in
the
Fire.
drip.
That is going to be 28 points of damage, bludgeoning.
Yo.
He's still
That is a
up,
big
but he is
move.
not looking good.
He's gonna go again for non-natural 20 this time,
That still hits.
which will be
We got 15 AC, so
blah 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 16.
super gone.
Goodbye.
Hey, it wasn't one of us.
But that
It's
thing
gonna
does have
move.
20 feet reduced movement.
Ah, if it's 20,
Since
then
it started its
5,
turn.
10. So it's gonna be right there.
Like,
Yes.
I am no longer
Nice.
concentrating.
So Sea Hag, so the Sea Hag is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. It's gonna hop down 25, 30,
Ooh.
and it is going to cast. Cannot quite cast.
Lightning.
Yeah, it's gonna do another lightning, but I'm trying to figure out how
Kapow.
if I can do what I want it to do here.
I mean, Sebastian is invisible.
Oh, it's 100. Okay, so it's just gonna go right across you guys like that. So I'll need one from Sebastian, Ruma, and Arthur a dex save.
Ooh, poor Sebastian.
Okay.
He might get shunted
Yeah.
back into the pocket dimension.
Yeah, there's not much I could do about that.
Yeah.
Come on, come on. Deck save.
Yes, Dex.
Well, this is a D4.
Oh
right?
wait 1 sec. Hold your dexes.
Because I think
Yeah,
it's,
okay, so
yeah, it's
it is
120
from-
originating from her.
Yeah, from self. So
Yes.
yeah, I can't really hit the line I want. Let me see here. The hag was right here.
Yes, I think. It might have been one space lower, but it was
Just a
in that area.
reminder, Sebastian is invisible,
Yes.
so if she's trying to get all three of them, she would not know that Sebastian is
Yeah.
Unless she can,
even
she
with
might have
even
true
with
sight,
the
but-
I don't believe they do. They don't.
Okay, then she can. Then she does not know Sebastian is there currently.
Wait, why can't she hit him?
All right.
It-
5,
Sebastian's
10,
invisible.
15,
She can.
20,
It's just
Oh, no, I
Sebastian's
mean, like-
invisible.
30.
I thought we were in a
It's
line.
Arthur
enough.
is Arthur and Ruma are really what they'd be going
Yeah,
for.
trying to get the two
So
for
yes,
one.
it will be. She will be able to by hopping down a different way hit all of you guys. So give me your dexes.
29.
29?
Sebastian is unfortunately just in the line of fire.
Oh, 23.
Okay.
26.
Oh
So
my
Arthur will
God.
take. You all succeed. Arthur takes no damage. Ruma and Sebastian will take half of 8d6.
Plus
You
so
nine
can,
on dex save,
dexterous.
buddy.
you can use your reaction to
9.
give Sebastian
Yeah,
resistance.
I am going to. I am going to.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if he can inherently has any other things with him
not
as an
for lightning.
because I know my dragon
20
has advantage on saving
20
throws.
7, so 13. The 13 damage, half, and then if you've got resistance, it would be half of that, so 6.
6. Ah, Sebastian's still up. Sweet.
So 13 damage, you said?
13 to you,
13.
Ruma, 6 to Sebastian.
And none to me.
Sebastian's
Matrix
probably
out of
up
the way
with 2
again.
HP.
I neoed.
Got 4 HP.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they got what 10.
Ooh,
Yeah.
buddy.
Okay.
And then that hag is gone,
Ooh.
but it will be Ruma's turn.
Alright, just getting my HP updated real quick.
Yep. Yeah,
Bam.
you did HP updated.
All right. Poor Sentinel. Been stuck in the guy this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay. It hasn't even been his
Taking a
turn yet.
bath. Just taking a bath.
Just
Yeah, he's
taking
just,
a bath.
you know, he's just taking a bath. Splish
Oh,
a
will
bath.
the cave not smell anymore?
Oh my god, that would be legendary.
The cave is the water
Remove
elemental
the
starts to
stench.
stink because of the cave.
You just see,
I-
like, it starts turning a different
Yeah,
color.
it's just it's turning a little orangey in there.
It's spicy.
Has
Oh, Ruma,
yes.
I'm going to need a save from you here.
Oh yeah.
I need a wisdom save from you.
Does this involve reading my mind?
No,
Okay.
No, I think it's to be frightened.
Wow, 22.
and nothing happens.
What about me? Am I good?
It's only at the start of your turn.
Yeah, your
Oh.
turn. Yeah.
Ah.
All right. All
I
right.
think all of us are. I gotta
Let's
look and
see.
see if I'm
You
like,
said it was. Oh, I can get down there easy.
Yeah, it's only a 5-foot drop, so everyone's aware.
Oh wait, I gotta save Sentinel. That's what I gotta do. All right.
we don't have.
I'm gonna rush over here,
You don't have to.
and I'm gonna.
He's a big
pull
boy, he
Sentinel
can
out, which I
save
think you
himself.
said was a strength 14.
It's your action of a strength 14.
All right, I got 16, so I'm gonna pull
Sentinel,
out.
you have been birthed from the water elemental.
Thank you, Ruma.
All of a sudden, you see Ruma just run up, reach into this giant water man, grab Sentinel, and just pull him out. Sentinel is one wet chicken, though.
You
Just
are a wet chicken.
shuffle my feathers.
I'm seeing if there's anything else.
Oh no,
fun
yeah,
I
okay.
can
I
do.
get the frightened thing later. Is that a later level?
Actually, how far does this go? 30
Oh.
feet?
You might have a bonus action, huh?
I do have a bonus action, it's just not a lot.
Oh, is it Misty Step?
It is.
Yeah, Misty Step is 30 feet to a spot you can see.
Alright, I'm gonna Misty Step behind this hag. And that'll
Nothing
be my turn.
personnel, Caleb. Teleports behind you.
Yep. So all of a sudden, but after pulling out, you just see him vanish, and he pops up behind the hag.
Right as the slow piano music plays too.
As
Yeah.
the
You
slow
get straight
piano
up-
plays.
This is my anime intro.
There you go. Anything else for your Roomba?
Just straight up Dragon
unfortunately,
Ball
that's
Z
it.
teleports behind him.
Darby's familiar. I would normally ask if you could be frightened, but you cannot see the hag from where you are, so you are
Oh,
okay.
nice. And it's only at the start of the turn the saving throw happens, huh?
Yep.
Well, I did tell him to go beat up the elemental that had
Oh man,
Sentinel.
I can't stop yawning.
So he will follow my command, use 40 of his 60 feet of flight, and he will do the same thing we did last time, and we will do the sting attack.
You will dance the cha-cha like a sissy little girl.
That is a 17 plus 8, or no, plus
to
4,
do-
so he gets his own weapon attack.
I like
That's
that.
21 to hit.
Dude.
Two.
That'll
Da
hit. Your
cha cha.
con save was a 22.
Super passes. We'll get a fail eventually. Don't worry, it's okay. And then it is 4 damage.
Takes 4 damage.
What
What else for you, Darb?
The water elemental. Not the water elemental. Sorry, the pseudo dragon. He will stay there.
Oh!
Sebastian.
Yes.
He is invisible still. I believe, unless he gets knocked out for taking
Yes.
damage.
Nope. It is just invisible.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look too much into the end while I was taking my familiar. I guess I could change mine to an imp whenever I want.
Okay, and then well, I told Sebastian to go attack one of the elementals, but I also don't like this hag, so I'm gonna say don't do that. Attack this hag instead, and it is going to.
It is.
Do you have to command it as your bonus action on your turn, or can you change targets?
I have to command it to take the
the
attack action.
Understood. So you are
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
double
who would
check.
attack?
Yeah, you don't tell it what to attack. And
Understood.
I believe you
So
technically
I'll-
always have a telepathic link with it, so you can always
I
Okay.
do.
tell it. whatever
So
you
it's
want.
gonna just.
Oh,
It's
can
gonna
Sebastian
attack-
be frightened?
Oh yeah.
As
I-
an imp? Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know.
Then I need
Imp-
it to make a wisdom save.
Yes, imps can be frightened,
Okay.
and that
Okay,
could
I need to
probably
have it make a
part.
wisdom save real quick.
All right. Wisdom save throw. That's not super great at those.
No.
7.
It will fail. It is frightened.
So it can't go by the hag. All
That
right.
it is frightened of the hag for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I wonder, does my Pact of the Chain supersede my familiar's thing though? Can I just
I
make it do it?
don't think so, because the frightened condition means it can't. It is incapable of moving towards the target it's frightened of.
Oh, okay. Well then, I will have it attack.
The elemental.
I'll-
But you can go to
I'll
the
have attack
elemental and attack with disadvantage.
Yeah. Boop. It's gonna come over here, which is away from the hag, which means it's like I can do it.
Yep.
Like so. And it'll attack the elemental, and because it's invisible, I'm gonna assume that it's gonna have advantage on the attack.
Neutral for being frightened, because frightened imposes disadvantage while the target
Yeah,
is
if you can
inside.
see the, I was gonna say if you can see the
Which you can.
the
Oh.
hag.
So it'll
so it'll be
yeah,
normal.
different.
All right.
Oh yeah, I forget. Yeah,
That
he's invisible.
is 21.
Dang.
That will
To hit.
still hit it.
Nice. It is going to take 1d4 piercing damage.
Yeah, we don't
It'll
do
be
a lot.
4 piercing damage to
It takes 4 piercing damage. That's 4 piercing damage it didn't have before.
We,
the
the
I don't
familiars
know.
are here to just chip away. They're not actually
It-
damage
yeah.
dealers.
I don't know. Well, once it attacks, it becomes visible again. And I don't think the water. Well, can it be poisoned? Can the water elemental be poisoned?
I don't believe so, but let me double check.
Well, then
it is immune to.
The poison?
It is immune to being poisoned.
Okay.
So then it won't matter.
Yeah. In that case, then they don't need to make constructs for
nice.
the dragon either.
Good to know.
Although, actually, no. Technically, it does still need to make it, because if it fails by more than 5, the other effect can still happen. If yours has a secondary effect.
I doesn't have one. I don't have.
Mine does. Mine does a second thing.
What's
if it fails
the
by
secondary
5.
effect?
It falls unconscious.
Oh.
So
it's immune to that too.
Is it immune to unconscious? Dang.
It's immune to unconscious.
Okay, yeah, then they don't need to make con saves at all. For,
all right,
for
sweet.
our familiars.
Is Sebastian all set?
It's a dope condition.
Yeah, no, it poisons, and if it fails by 5 or more, it goes unconscious for a minute.
Prince of Farin, like Sebastian.
Maybe an hour, actually.
You must make a wisdom save for being friends.
Wisdom saving throw. Here we go.
Yeah, 1 hour. It's poisoned for an hour, and then if it fails by 5 or more, it goes unconscious for an hour until it takes
That
or until it
is
takes damage.
14.
14?
Yes.
Ooh.
You succeed.
Dang.
Aha.
That is lower than I thought it would be.
And then I, as Sebastian, no, it's not.
As Sebastian.
I am going to. We're gonna do a little fun action where I, in case I don't draw shape. I don't know how this means, what this matters, but boop, boop, boop. There's a brick wall like this that I create using my shape mist. So there's just a full-on brick wall that separates the hag from everybody else visually.
Not a bad move.
And then for my bonus action, we are going to I don't know. I don't really know what my bonus action is going to be. I will. The big water elemental needs to make a
this one?
strength saving throw. Yes. As a gust of wind is gonna try and telekinetically.
That is a 10.
That is a fail. So it is gonna move 5 feet backwards.
Moves 5 feet.
Oh, I meant
like down diagonally. Yeah.
Oops, my bad.
Like that?
I don't know how to get rid of what I just made.
You can click on it or like yeah.
It's
there
fine.
you go. All right. Cool. Yep. Ta-da.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Nice.
Okay. Well, it's going to be this water elemental's turn.
The one near the bottom.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Ooh.
It's going to attack you, Ruma.
Not Ruma.
Double
Ruma's a big
slam.
boy. He got big AC.
I'm literally eating my Wheaties right now.
And that's gonna be a hard miss with a big fat 9.
Yep.
But that might be a hard hit with a 25.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Ruma cast shield goes to 30 AC.
No, just your pseudo dragon dives in the way. It's got a 30 AC.
11 bludgeoning to you, Ruma.
Oh, okay.
And we'll move on to Sentinel.
Alrighty. Sentinel is going to go 5, 10, drop down here. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
He can go all in.
And there, and then
I'm
going after the hag here.
Hag it is.
I'm going to thunder.
Oh, Sentinel, before I forget, I need a wisdom save from you.
Yes. That is
actually, one sec.
He was above the element, though. Yeah, my dude.
He was right here?
He was here.
Oh, you are good, Sentinel. I do not need a wisdom save from you.
Heck yeah. Well, otherwise it was 18. So
you would have been fine.
I rolled all right. Okay. So con save from the hag here.
Oh, we're gonna blind the hag.
Ooh, that is a 13. But let me double check if it has
bonus?
any addition to con. I doubt it.
Wow.
It has a plus 3 to its con.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 16.
Dang it, you beat it because of the stupid plus 3.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I should stick with blinding these elementals. So nothing happens. I miss. And then
Then swing.
go ahead and swing.
Unless you want to use your action on anything.
Swing and a miss.
And that is a 19.
That'll hit.
Whoop. Just throwing dice here. Good thing we got other ones.
Oop. Oop.
Open Gangnam style. Okay. That is
Still have a slot.
13.
It takes 13 damage.
And then you'll swing again.
Yep.
For a 17 plus 8, 25.
Yep.
And then I should be rolling with your bonus stuff too, but
You got the D4.
yeah.
I haven't even hit the
Just
tally, you don't need it.
Just
12
FYI,
damage.
everybody.
12 damage? It takes
Yep.
12 damage.
FYI, everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody has the super oxygenated thing anymore.
Gone.
Does?
Oh, the bless
No,
is gone?
Yeah, because I'm using the thing to make us.
You're
Oh, yeah,
concentrating.
you're using concentration on something
Ah.
else. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
I have taken it away
Remembering
from
concentration.
All right, anything else for you, Sentinel?
That's
Okay,
it.
Let's see the wall's probably a little bit better here. We've been hitting without it anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
10, 15.
The kill box.
Your familiar Darby will get an op of attack if you'd like to take it.
Yeah, it'll take it. I don't know if it can use it. I guess
Can
it
it use
doesn't
a
matter. No, I don't know if it can use like either attack. I mean, it's the same damage regardless, and since they can't take the
Yep, the poison.
poison or the unconscious, then it doesn't matter. So it'll bite it with its
Arr.
little cardy
Bite it,
fangs.
hide.
That is a +4, 16 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Let's go. D4. That's 4 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Four piercing damage it didn't have, but it's gonna take a whack at you,
Yeah,
Sentinel.
4
twice.
piercing magical damage. I can do that.
14
That does not hit.
and a 13. I am
Little-
not rolling well tonight.
That one does
That's
hit though. Oh, no one hits. The 14
Two hot
misses.
misses, Arthur.
All
AC bracket.
So this wall miss, I cannot see through it. Correct me. Correct.
No,
Yep,
you
that
cannot
is
see
a
through it.
brick
It looks like
wall.
All right. 5.
There's a brick
10.
wall that
This
is there.
hag is way too far.
Yeah, way.
Okay,
further.
so
It's
I
a
am going
brick
to. I'm gonna whip out my pistol and I'm gonna try
wall.
and take a shot over the water elemental to hit this hag.
Okay, go ahead.
Here we go. That is a 19.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Hey.
Okay. Q for the +8, and that since Sentinel
Yeah,
is
I
there.
like how we forgot that our bonuses are so high that we roll like a 10 and go, oh, that might miss, and then we get like 19. We're like, oh, never mind, we're good.
Yeah, you guys are kind of at the level now where unless I throw something like really ridiculous at you, you're gonna hit through most of these
Yeah, we're
things.
gonna hit most things, and I mean, they are hitting us occasionally too.
It's gonna be 26 damage. Sneak attack.
It is still alive.
All
Almost
right.
a one-shot.
And then I am
Actually, I
going
don't know
to
about one shot, that's a lot of
begin
damage.
making my way. So that was 15. So then I got 15 more movement. So 5, 10, 15 to make it over here.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess I have a bonus action still. So I'm going to dash for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to kind of block off the way to this
Yeah.
civilian.
Pirate, the person.
All set, Arthur?
That will be my turn, DM.
Sentinel, I
Thanks,
need you
man.
to make a wisdom save.
You can do it.
Can I take the one that I had last time?
Nope.
That is a 10.
Oh.
Sentinel, you've been polymorphed into a squirrel.
What
This is
So,
I've been polymorphed. Everybody wants to
Actually, no,
change
it's a sea hag.
big
You're a
chicken into
lobster.
some.
You're a lobster.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're a lobster.
The sea hag.
Yeah.
Lobster.
Go find the lobster stat block. That's now your stat.
the beautiful thing is because it's polymorph, you now have the mind of a lobster, so you have no idea what's going on. And
Yes.
you are
Do you still
lobster.
maintain your like alliances and stuff? Like, so you
Yeah,
still know
you're
we
just
are your
a
friends,
lobster.
but you're a lobster that knows we are your friends.
Yeah.
And the hag,
That's
because
it.
you're a lobster and cannot reach 5 feet, to the hag is gonna go back. Darby, you're next.
Off the screen. Okay. I'm kind of in a weird spot. That is okay. What is the range on this? 60 feet, I think. It is. Alright. I'll come out from hiding. Go here. We'll go the
Little
full
baby Darby.
We'll go the full 30. We'll come all the way out over to here, and that should easily be perfect. I need a charisma save.
Ooh.
From this water elemental between Sentinel and
A
Ruma.
charisma save, you say?
Charisma save.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the most charismatic enemy I know in this game is a fucking water
Yep.
elementals. A 13.
It's so
It
It's so
surprisingly got close to succeeding, but it fails. My DC is only a
Lucky.
16. So Darby will pull out a black shadowy card, similar to the one for the bouncer, but a little no writing on it, and huck it at the water elemental. And because it failed, is it native to this plane of existence?
No.
It is banished into its original plane.
It's gone.
Ooh.
It's
Just
gone?
yeeted it. Yeeted it.
It goes
It's
back
gone.
to the plane of water, I assume.
Yep.
I will count that as a kill for me, even though technically it is harmlessly back to its normal plane.
Dang, what a fucking play.
Yeah,
That thing had like full HP too.
I know. Banishment's a crazy spell. Even if it isn't native, it's still gone for a minute.
Anything else for you, Darby?
Bonus action, I will tell my card pseudo dragon friend, to keep beating up water elementals, I guess. And I use all my movement to get where I am, so that's turn.
All right, the water elemental, this one that's not taking any damage, is gonna slam Arthur twice.
Yep.
Ooh, no, please.
26.
Yeah.
Second attack
Ouch.
is going to be a 21.
Yep.
Ouchie.
Darby finally got to banish something to the
14
Shadow
for
Realm.
the bludgeoning for the first hit,
Okay.
and 13 for the second hit.
Okay, so I'm going to uncanny dodge the first one to make 14-7, so that'll be a
7.
total of 20.
All right, and then
This hag.
so this sea hag's gonna go and literally
It's locked in a
right?
brick wall
It
with a
cannot
Ruma.
move. It cannot move.
It's in the octagon with Ruma.
Yeah, it's in the ring.
It's
wow.
in the ring.
It's
It's
the
in the
fight
ring.
club in there.
Ruma, I need you to give me a wisdom save.
She's going for the armbar.
Oh god.
No.
30.
Just gonna hit you with the
30-20.
figure 8.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you should
She
be fine.
tried for the hold person, but it wasn't able to.
She went for the armbar. I told
Yeah.
you. She went for the
She
armbar.
wanted the cross-legged.
Reversal.
I need
Kimura.
another save. I need
Armbar.
a wisdom
Yep.
save from you now, though, because it's the start of your turn.
24.
You're
You
good.
were
You
good.
can
Yeah,
wail on this
buddy.
bitch all you want.
Oh yeah, do you have your
Man,
paladin
I
aura
gotta
yet?
come up with some tougher encounters for you guys. You guys mowed through this way too easily.
I'm just
Hey,
proficient
we
on
still have two
wisdom.
water elementals, and these things take so many
Yeah.
hits.
All right.
That is also very true.
I need some
I-
magical items. I just took a hit of 20, and you literally like took out a third of my HP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing on this hag in front of me
Okay,
Do
you
it.
swing on that hag.
with
Yeah, we
my
still have two hags,
magical
too.
You
hammer.
get that hag
So,
stitches.
Is the mist wall solid or does it just look solid?
Okay, so it looks like a brick wall that is made out of oxygen and air particles. It looks like a brick wall unless you take an action to determine
Certain.
whether it is real or not.
I was gonna try to play pinball with this hag for thematic effect, but I just won't
You
do that.
could try to, but they would just
Yeah,
fall.
just go-
I mean, you wouldn't know, right, that it
You
wasn't a
wouldn't
brick
know
wall.
that
Yeah,
If
you
you're
believe it
supposed
is
to
a brick
smash
wall.
her head through it. She's
Well,
just gonna go through
Ruma
it.
might be familiar with spells, seeing that he's a paladin.
But also, I've Prince of Farin's done this before.
This is true.
That's
Even
true, but
like
I don't
that
know
was
if
just-
Ruma
that
has
was
seen
Ruma,
it.
though.
Yeah.
Ruma
On the
has not-
ship, you would have seen me just like make things and
Yeah,
like
so.
illusions and whatnot.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I will. I'll just smack him around a little bit. Ooh! I got a crit.
Whoa, you get the extra
do you wanna
crusher
pop
bonus.
Pop
Oh yeah, you want to
smite
pop a
on
smite
that?
on that too? You get
I
double
feel
smite
like
damage
if you
too.
don't
Yeah. that's
pop
true.
a smite on a crit,
You're not
you're an idiot.
Wait,
You're not a
You're
paladin.
not a real paladin.
Yeah, you're not a real
All right.
pally if you're not
Maybe
smiting.
with
First-
the uppercutted her with the hammer. Just
Boom! Hit him with the
Alright.
the Captain America
First,
against
we will
Thanos.
roll the bludgeoning damage, which came out to be.
A lot.
the golf swing.
Did it? Wow, actually, that was really
13.
underwhelming. It only came out to be a 13.
That's
Like-
okay. You still have like 8d6
But
or
I
whatever
got
of
us.
radiant
Oh,
coming.
wait, I forgot.
Oh,
Might
does
is
she
not
count
in the
for bonus damage? I don't remember what the targets are. Is it just undead or is it undead and fiend?
It's undead, fiend.
He's a fae, technically.
Okay.
Yep, just
Then,
undead.
then she should be fine.
Okay.
You don't get the extra type, but you'd
I
still
will
get
cast
double bugs.
it at second level because why
Oh,
not?
jeez. Was that 4
All right,
dice?
so let's see. That is, huh?
I'd pop higher. I'd low blow. on
I don't have third level spells.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a paladin. He progresses slowly.
I forgot he's a half
Yeah.
caster.
Okay, so that's 3d8. Okay,
Yeah.
but now it's 6d8.
It's 6 because
That's still a lot of
yeah,
damage.
60. That's literally like a 4th level spell.
6d8 plus your weapon damage.
All right, that's gonna be 29 radiant damage.
And how much
Yo.
was the bludgeoning?
13.
She is still alive, but not looking
Good
very
thing
hot.
that was the
Yeah, that's the
uppercut, and here
first
comes
one.
my second attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 attacks, baby.
Did you also? I don't remember. Does magical weapon give you a +1?
It does. Oh yeah, +1 damage to that.
All right, so she's at 9 then.
Oh, I only rolled a 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
Ooh.
Feels bad.
Unfortunate.
Is there some sort of bonus action? Oh, I already did that.
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
No, yeah, smite's not a bonus action. It was an on attack ability.
This is
But you have
just
a bonus
crazy.
Ethan, in an attempt to one-shot this enemy in this turn, will you let me take back my second attack real quick?
No.
Damn it!
You knew it missed.
No.
Yeah. Well, are you gonna
Well, I was
vow
gonna
vengeance
go
her?
back, vow, and then
Yeah.
roll again for the advantage attack.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Too late.
That's that's
Ruma
that's
will
fair,
use
no
his
Wait,
bonus
okay, real
action
quick,
to cry.
real quick. So is it a bonus action for you to do your vow to get the advantage?
Yes.
All right, fuck it, I'll give it to you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
let's go! Alright, come on.
Oh,
Bonus
gracious
action.
DM.
I give people if they I give Sentinel his
Yeah.
rage
That was so good.
shot.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit it. Kill this thing.
Yeah, can you do the 9 damage?
Kill this thing so we can do.
I
some
got
actual-
13, baby.
Hey.
That is one dead hag.
Second hag on the count under Ruma, wherever Ruma is on this list.
Ruma did the uppercut and then slammed it down. It's beautiful.
Love to see it.
Anything else for you, Ruma?
No, that was it.
Darby, you're familiar. Is
It's
next.
pseudo dragon time. You know, the funny thing is, I actually came up with a name for it last week and I forgot what it was.
Sir Tristan
Kyle.
the second.
No, it was some like card related thing, but he'll.
You see the gif I sent you for what you did to the hag?
Mr. Nuggets. I'm calling your familiar Mr. Nuggets.
I like
That's a good
the
one.
Kyle of spades.
Yeah.
The Kyle
Kyle
of
of
Spades.
No, I had like a like a name in line with like the ace kind of thing, but I don't remember what it was. But he will go to bite this water elemental, as I commanded him to.
The
Uh,
ace of
Go ahead.
That is a 12.
Misses?
Oh, kid.
That is well. I'll have him run back. With
Does it have like a rakish audacity kind of thing, or
nope,
can I get
it
out?
can. You can opportunity tag it if you want.
Well,
it is a
it's gonna
tiny
operate.
creature. I
Its
don't know if that
audacity is
matters.
moi.
Yeah.
That is a natural 20 on your stupid little familiar.
No, no.
It's just gonna like
card.
smack it out of the air.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I can't believe I rolled a nat 20 on that. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
DM so.
All right, that is 13. Ooh, here we're getting jiggy. 24, 28 damage to your little pseudo dragon.
Bang. Just because I can, I will reaction to give it resistance. It still dies, but
14.
at least it doesn't die as bad.
Literally, it flies away. Did you see this water elemental backhand it? And it just hits the ground and it's dead.
Oh.
Darby will like call all the cards back as it dissipates,
All right.
because it's
Get all
not
your
like
cards
dead. That's how familiars
Right,
work.
it's a familiar.
It's back in the pocket dimension essentially.
All right.
But I think I have
Mr.
to redo the
Sebastian,
ritual now.
It is your turn.
Sebastian is going to fly over this way. Gonna pick up Sentinel.
Oh yeah, because he says
Punch me!
He's able to
Wait.
pick up giant chicken?
he's a
No, he's
lobster.
a
No, I'm a lobster!
Oh, you're a lobster. That's right. I'm
Yeah.
the DM. And I forgot I turned you into a
You
lobster.
get
There's
to
a
pick up
lobster.
a lobster, which I'm assuming is an object interaction, and it is a small
Yeah,
lobster.
it's a tiny little
Which-
thing.
Which hag casted polymorph? Because
It's
if
the
it
one
was
in the
this
back.
one,
No, it's
This
the,
one
okay.
right here.
okay,
the one that was
that
right
one
next to
I'm doing-
Sentinel.
Yeah,
No.
it's that one.
No concentration checks. We're good.
And
No, if we wanted to hit that one.
so that
Sebastian's
was
trying to eat me.
movement. And then as its
Just
action,
eat the lobster.
it's going to turn invisible. So now Sentinel's invisible too, because it's holding it. Oh, wait, no, he's a person, so it's not an
Yeah.
object. So it's still it's a floating
It's a
lobster.
floating lobster.
So there's a floating lobster right now.
And then he's going to use his action to dash 30 feet up in the air with lobster.
Okay. So he goes 30 feet up.
Yep. And then
Okay, real quick. The water elemental is going to attack the lobster.
I don't think it can.
Because it's
being
technically
moved.
forced movement as a
Yeah, and I'm not doing it under. I'm not
Yeah.
And
willingly.
you're
then-
invisible.
Because
so
I don't
it
know
wouldn't
if
be
you
a
can
pop.
like drag a creature away and get an opportunity
Yeah.
attack. 'Cause that's
Okay,
basically what's
okay,
happening. Is he's dragging Sentinel 30
I will.
feet up.
I'll say that's fine. That's fine.
Can we plot this out where you smash the lobster while it's 30 feet in the air and Sentinel just comes down with his beak
Well,
hands on top?
That is going to be if I had an attack. Unfortunately, I used the action to dash over there. But
I mean,
that is
you
my
could
plan.
drop Sentinel. He would fall
I know.
immediately and
It's a
take
lobster,
falling.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lobster. So I'm
And
And
gonna
then
wait.
he'll break the
Turn into Sentinel when
polymorph
he hits the
and come
ground, though.
back.
I'm talking about being
Yeah.
Sentinel
Yeah.
and attacking when he
Yeah, I
hits
know.
it.
I know.
So he is 30 feet up in the air with Sentinel. Actually, wait, do I have a 40-foot flying speed? 40,
Yeah, he's 40 feet.
in the air.
That, no, as a lobster, you're just like, holy shit, I'm flying right now.
Yeah. If you're
Wait, no, I
if
take
you're
it back. I was
infusing it,
30
you can
feet
give it
away. I was 30 feet away, so I can pick him up. I'm gonna go 10 feet in the air, and then I don't have to make an action, and then
Gotcha.
Sebastian's. Oh, but I can't make an attack. Nope, it's still gonna fly up the 40 feet. So yeah,
Okay.
we're 40 feet in the air with Lobster Sentinel right now.
Cool.
all right,
All good, Sebastian.
Yes,
Prince of Fun.
and
Then
then
Prince of Farin gets to go.
yes, Prince of Farin is going to get rid of this thing. Boop, go away, you. This line should go away.
I got it. I got it.
Whatever the lane
I'm
is
gonna make
called.
a
Your
new
lovely
line.
DM's got it if I can fucking highlight it. Right.
Yes.
There we go.
Highlight over it.
And there is a new line that is right here. Boop. And it's a mirror facing the hag.
Cool.
She gets to look at her ugly mug.
The hag
Love
realizes
it.
how ugly it is.
And then I'm going to go. I'm gonna fly over here, and I'm going to actually, yeah, I'm still 30 feet up. I'll go another 10 feet to make me 40 feet up, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to tell Sebastian to do Operation Chicken Drop.
I love it.
And
Anything
that's
else
it.
for you, Prince of Farin?
My turn. That is my
That's
turn.
it.
Sentinel, you're a lobster. What would you like to do?
All right, so I'm
Then
going
in the
to.
air, a rainbow monkey is.
Yes, so I'm
But
I'm
you're
going
in the air
to.
of nothing right now because
You can't see it either. It's
Yeah.
invisible.
Some invisible thing is holding you 40 feet in space.
Yes,
It's a lobster with the mind of a lobster.
yes.
I'm going to attempt to wiggle out of Sebastian's hands.
Alright.
And
Okay, I want a dex save from Sentinel. No, we'll do contested. We'll do
That's
contested.
like a grapple check.
Yeah, we'll do a grapple check here. So, athletics or acrobatics from Sebastian and Sentinel.
Man,
Your
Alan,
pick.
how dare
it's
you?
a -2.
Yeah, we both have -2, baby.
Yeah. Familiars do not have good stats.
I rolled pretty well though for Sebastian. He's got a 16 because he rolled an
So
18.
the lobster is still in the hands of Sebastian.
Dang it.
Dang it! I wanted him to Larry the lobster out.
Okay, then after trying. Well, is that an action?
Yeah, that would
That
be
would-
it.
Yes, that's your action.
Okay, never mind.
Unfortunately, lobsters do not come with two attacks.
Yeah.
Does the lobster subclass have a bonus action?
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It's just
Its
amphibious.
bonus action is tastes great in butter.
Yeah, no.
It does.
Well, they don't even have a lobster stat block, but they have a crab
That'd be the
stat
closest
block.
thing, yeah.
That's
That's
how, yeah.
close enough.
I mean, all things do
Man.
become crab at some
Now
point.
I want to go to Red Lobster and get their cheesy biscuits.
Good old carcinization.
Yeah.
Ugh, Red Lobster. There's
All right.
At Red Lobster, like itself, the seafood is not good, but their cheesy biscuits are pretty.
That
good.
is true. Cheddar
I
Bay
will
biscuits.
go. I will go. I haven't been in years, but I will go for endless shrimp. All right, this
The
water
lobster's turn is
elemental here
over.
is gonna go, and because Sebastian's 40 feet
up.
in the air, it's just gonna go over here where Ruma is and attack
Yep.
it. Oh yeah, that's a hot 10.
Big ones.
Wow, that's 16. I'm just rolling like booty today.
What's Ruma's AC right now? Is it 20?
20 like
21?
18.
It's
21.
2018.
2018? Dang, I have 2018 AC.
Arthur,
Dang, what a
you're next.
year.
Please put us out of this encounter misery here.
We still have 3 enemies to fight.
Arthur will decide not to take a turn, so that way this encounter lasts long.
Forever.
Yes.
Arthur forgoes his
He'll
action.
lay down his scimitars, and Arthur's gonna attack
This is good.
water.
No, this is great for me as the DM. I've assessed your guys' power rating, so now I can count accordingly. It's been a few.
Arthur's going to
been a
swipe
few-
twice at this
Oh,
water
wow.
elemental.
Go ahead.
We've gotten a lot
And
of
you are
new
alone,
stuff
so
that
you
we
will
haven't
hit
actually gotten to use
First
in combat.
attack is a 24 to hit.
That'll hit with sneak halved.
Yeah, sneak
Yep,
half.
yep,
That's
yep.
my favorite kind. All right, it's gonna be.
Oh dang, I already used my reaction too. That I didn't need to spend.
You didn't. I don't know why you
24
did that.
halved is 12,
It's not like my reaction
12
does anything
damage?
right now.
All right, it takes 12.
and
I'm
then
out
I'm
of
hitting it
slots.
again. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Actually,
Hooray!
That'll hit.
I can do.
That'll hit for full. Unfortunately, you
Yeah.
don't get sneak attack on this one. So
No,
it's
it's okay, though.
offhand
We're all
scimitar.
gonna start
yes.
rolling average for the next encounter that Ethan's gonna beef up because of this encounter and just TP.
Yeah. They're
So
rolling
it's
really
gonna
well.
take
They're
a
rolling
grand
bad.
total of 8 damage on my.
Hey,
Crit.
that's 8 damage. That's 8 slashing
Ooh.
damage. It didn't have anything else for you, Arthur.
That
Love-
is
love to
Arthur's
see
whole
5
turn,
crit
baby.
rolls.
Well, this sea hag is kind of butthurt. It's behind this thing. So it's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's tired of looking at its own fucking ugly mug. Ruma, give me... Ooh, Ruma and Prince of Farin, give me a dex save.
Ooh.
Yes, boss.
I'm
Or no,
also
wait.
40 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 40 feet in the air, so no,
Yes,
you'll
yes,
be
yes.
fine.
He's
I won't
levitating.
even... Yeah, I'll dex save for me.
Prince of Bars is floating around.
I got a dirty 20.
What happens
Well,
when you
you're,
have the
you're
ability
gonna
to fly?
take half of my 8d6, so...
Ouch.
Yeah, that's
Ouch.
43, half of 86.
Shut. Shut your mouth.
Oh shit, that's 31, so...
Yo.
15 or 16,
15,
depending on how you want to round
Nope,
it.
nope,
Alright,
15, 15,
I
round it down.
I'm going
We don't
to,
round up in this family here.
I'm going to use my trait Stone's Endurance to reduce damage by 1d12 plus 3. So I'm going to roll that real quick.
Okay?
Oh, wait.
I reduced that by 11. So you said it was 16?
15.
15. So I will reduce it down to
4.
4.
Damn. See, folks, this is where D&D gets tough on the DM, because your party's just like, I'm gonna use this ability that prevents all the party members from taking any damage, and you all get plus 14 to your next hit.
That's right. That's
I
right.
won't lie. I've been reading my character sheet a lot on this side because I could not remember what I
No,
could
there's
do.
so much
It's-
stuff right now.
It's been a hot minute for
I mean,
combat.
I'm over
Well,
here
we
trying
gotta
to
do so-
memorize
We all
3
gotta
stat
get
blocks.
silvery barbs. That way we can all make attacks at
True.
disadvantage and get attacks at advantage on you,
Yeah,
Ethan. Silvery
exactly.
barbs
There
is
you
the greatest.
Darbalicious, you're next.
All right. Well, since the hag has made itself known,
Behind the
mean-
mirror.
from behind the mirror. Sentinel is 40 feet in the air, being held by Sebastian, and if it breaks concentration, he's dropping. So I will huck a card at the water.
Also, I
elemental.
believe your rage has ended too, Sentinel, because you
Yes.
can have your raging lobster.
Yeah.
I'll help Arthur.
I like to think
And
he is a
rock
raging lobster.
He's just a really angry lobster.
Raging lobster.
Shoot. This lobster's shooting lightning out of its chest.
It's a butt rock band, Raging Lobster.
That is an 18
Got
to
it,
hit the
Larry.
water elemental.
Larry
That'll
the
hit.
lobster.
That'll hit.
D10. Where's my D10?
Rage lobster.
Is this a magical attack, Darby?
It's my cards, yeah.
I know, I'm just joking.
No, he's
it
actually
is-
just flinging
Yeah, I'm
playing
throwing
cards.
actual playing cards. I'm using the League of Legends rogue subclass right now. Actually,
Oh, there you go.
it is
Got a paper cut.
13 force on the
That'll
first card,
hit.
and then second card is 21 to hit.
Yep.
The real
For
question is, are your
11
cards
force.
sleeved, Darby? Did you sleeve your cards?
Well, card sleeves don't exist in this time period, so no, he is not.
We
sleeving
need to
his
do
cards.
magical
Your
cards, so...
cards.
Well, yeah, they're magical. They don't need sleeves. They dissipate
All right,
and appear as
they're
necessary.
sleeved in pure magical energy.
Yes.
All right, Darby, it's still alive, but you
Yep.
hit it. You hit it for some good damage. What else?
I don't have anything
DM's
to
like,
bonus
hurry
action
up.
anymore. I'll run 25 feet in the cover, I guess. And that'll be
Wait,
Darby's
wait,
turn.
Wait. No, you're
No,
good.
I'm 40 feet away.
All right. Yep, water elemental. It's going to town on you, Arthur, twice.
It's fine.
Good God, that's a 9
That's a big miss.
Yep.
and 22.
That's a
That'll
hit,
hit.
Buckaroo.
12.
12 damage.
Uncanny,
Uncanny dodge!
6 damage.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, it is your
6
reaction. but
damage.
it's worth it,
Shit, I
honestly.
just took Ruma. I just accidentally took you off the count. What was
Dang.
He
what
was.
was your AC again? It was 16.
6 was my.
Yeah, it was 6.
initiative.
Yeah, he was the end of it. So
Oh, an
he's
ambulance! But not
But
for
not
me.
for me.
Ruma, you're next.
All right. Do I gotta do a?
next. Yeah, because that
Wisdom
water elemental
save?
win, and then it goes from there.
Yeah. Do you have to what? Yes, give me that wisdom
Oh,
save.
Yeah, because you're within 30 feet
Sweet,
of the head.
supple wisdom
whatever
save.
the range is.
25.
Good. You're good. You're good.
Do you have your
Alright.
paladin aura yet, or is that 9th level?
I don't even know what that is. So no.
Paladins get an aura for saving throws at a certain level. I don't remember what level it is,
Oh well.
which
I don't
includes
got
you
that.
in it.
I'm
That's
gonna.
not gonna work. I don't know why I'm
Back.
asking. You
Oh,
can just go on.
Ethan, I meant to tell you, you didn't have to retcon anything for me to get advantage on that last attack. If I hit a critical with Crusher, it gives me advantage on the next attack.
Oh,
So
well,
it's
there you
totally-
go. Look at that.
Totally
Oh, yeah.
legit.
Yeah, I was gonna
Nice.
say, like, you get the bonus pressure thing too. I don't remember what it was.
There you go.
Totally legit, guys.
Cool.
Alright,
Aura
anyway.
is at 10th level. Okay.
I am going to schmack this water elemental next to me.
Although actually, Conquest might get a special aura for that.
There we go.
Oh yeah, you have aura of Conquest.
Oh, that hurt. A nat 1.
Ooh, on the elemental, that's a miss.
Oh no,
All right,
you're Vengeance.
second attack.
Nope.
An 11 total.
Also misses.
Ruma is going to be tired after one-shotting the hack.
Understandable.
Sebastian, is it time for
Oh.
Operation
Oh wait,
Chicken
I
Drop?
will
Oh.
move here.
It's time
Okay.
for Operation Lobster Drop.
Oh, can
Operation-
Sebastian be frightened? Oh no, he's like 40 feet in the air.
Yeah,
Never
he's
mind.
yeah, he's way above.
He's good. He's good.
Operation Chicken Drop is about to commence. This is what I do. Because I can speak through Sebastian whenever I want. You're going to hear, and I can speak with animals. Sentinel, you're going to hear a voice in Lobster in your head that says, do not fight this attack. This is your friend, Zafarin. And once you get dropped, attack whatever you want. And
Means
I'm
nothing to
gonna-
you, Sentinel.
gonna fly over here, and I'm gonna drop Sentinel.
Onto the-
I'm gonna attack him with like a bite, and then
Okay,
I
go
will-
ahead and give me attack roll. Grappled, is it advantage? No.
it is.
Yeah,
It
no,
is,
it's
so
not.
it'll be an
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Boop.
I think the
Boop.
grappled target is restrained. The grappler is
25,
well, that'll
25.
probably hit it.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
a lobster.
and that
He's
is.
got an armor class of
You do have
11.
advantage against attack rolls on the creature you're grappling, so it would be advantage.
Yeah.
So
7
how much
piercing damage?
how much
Yeah.
HP does a crab have?
2.
You are now a giant chicken, Sentinel.
And you were
Yes.
dropped immediately.
I guess
Now on top of
cannot
this
pull
hag,
Okay.
Now
How
playing.
many feet in the air was he? 40?
40.
So, Sentinel, you're
3d6.
going to take 3d10
3d10, yeah.
And for funsies, we're also gonna say the hag takes 3d10 damage.
Yeah.
For dropping a giant.
Which I'm not even
chicken.
gonna roll because it literally has 1 HP and
I was gonna
dies.
say you should add 3d10 to an attack roll that Sentinel does. He
Ooh.
splits it in
Yeah,
half.
wait. So,
Gets that
what kind
kill,
of
I don't-
damage
Yeah.
is it? Fall damage?
Yeah, it's
It's
bludgeoning.
like fall bludgeoning.
Oh,
damage.
so can I rage on my way down?
Actually,
It is unfortunately
you have
not
fly
your turn.
speed. You can flutter down.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because I can't rage because it's on my turn to do a bonus action. so
Okay,
it's not
okay,
on.
real quick though. If you do that, you wouldn't damage the hag though, because you'd be cushioning your fall. So you could rage and take half the damage.
No, I'm cannonballing. Just
Okay.
Safarin told me he's dropping me.
Okay.
Down.
So if
Just
you're gonna
splitting
rage,
the hag.
then it will be half. You'll need 3d10 and half that.
Okay. But I can't rage, right? So I won't rage.
Then you won't. Oh yeah, it's not your turn, so you can bonus.
Yeah.
He can't bonus action it.
So it'll be 3d10 damage to you.
I think that might be the kill highlight of the campaign so far.
Dropping
Yeah.
Sentinel
Dropping
on a.
Sentinel.
So who gets the
Sentinel
kill
gets
here?
turned into-
There's your new strategy. Pick Sentinel up, fly him up like 300 feet, and
And
drop
drop
him.
him. Yep.
It's like, oh, we killed Sentinel, but we also did like 900 damage to the final boss.
That's right.
I've been rolling a d10 this entire time, and I should be rolling a d12.
D12. What are you doing?
I don't know!
Barbarian 101.
Oh, that's amazing.
I just realized it as I'm rolling now at
Yeah.
d10s, and
yeah.
I was like, oh, wait,
The
that
D-
only has
Yeah.
5 sides.
I have to keep remembering which one my D12 was to whenever I use the bounty.
So what? How much damage do you take, Sentinel?
A lot.
It's 3d10s.
10, 19,
Oh,
25.
All right.
I rolled real high.
Almost
Yeah.
full damage.
I know. I rolled a 10, a 9, and a 6.
Damn. Well, the hag is dead because you crushed it to death. You kind of watch a Sentinel like hits
Like
the
Wizard of
hag,
Oz.
Yeah.
and it just kind of like it's as this giant chicken falls, you just see it hit the hag's head, and it's like neck snap as a like 1-ton bird just hits it, and it just falls over dead. And all of the hags are dead, and because of that, the water elementals disappear.
So we do need to figure this out. Does that go to Prince Safarin for dropping Sentinel, or does it go to Sentinel for being
Sentinel was
dropped
the
on?
object of death. Sentinel
Sentinel
gets
for
the
ass
kill.
bombing.
Okay, Sentinel gets it. That's pretty unanimous as far as I'm aware.
I was gonna say, if I was dropped, I wouldn't have killed the hag. So, like, that's the thing, is because it was Sentinel that dropped onto it. So,
It's literally over a ton being dropped
I
on.
guess we could also
Yeah,
give.
honestly, it probably should have been more than 3d10 of damage done to it, considering your weight class. But
Here's
and
what I'll
one
do.
HP, so
I
it's
will
just
give
like, it.
half kill credit to Sentinel and half kill credit to Prince Safarin.
Yeah,
Since
that's all right.
without Sebastian, Sentinel would not have been dropped that far.
All right, with the hags dead, the water elementals of the remaining ones dissipate as they sink back down, back into their moist form
So that
through the
makes the kill
cracks
count look really awkward.
of the decks, or of these docks, and some of the civilians, at least the civilians that didn't, flee, kind of begin to poke their heads outside of buildings. Many of them are kind of like crusty sailor types that seem displaced from their original, home.
I guess the first thing I would do is, because we're here for a reason, I'd go over and ask this person. First, I'd probably help them up if they're down or whatever, and then
They're not down. They were kind of hiding.
First, I'll
checked
ask
out.
what the heck was happening. Why on earth did those hags come out and attack?
Ugh. Disturbances of the land. Ever since that theme
Oh,
park
protections
just
and stuff.
north of here opened up, it's riled up all the wildlife, all the creatures that be around here, Tonaga. They've been making claim, making stake where they are able to. That bastardization of our home up there. Now it's safe. They have defenses. They have ways of protecting themselves. But here at Nuttontown, it's a little bit tougher. We appreciate that. Your name?
Arthur.
Well, welcome to Nothingtown, Arthur. A pirate's paradise, if you know what that is. isn't much here. Can't imagine most people will be overly welcoming, even after what you did. So, yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Do you, before I bother you too much, could you point me in the direction of where Ricky Tasker's?
Oh, you're looking for old Ricky, I see. I would show you what house he is on the map, but my computer is moving incredibly slow. He lives in the house just south of here.
Oh, we'll go back to the map.
Kind of a commune living here. Everyone has their own separate bunk, essentially. It's what we're able to afford. It's what Moonlight was willing to build for us. So, no inn, no tavern, just drink that we can gather, the occasional food shipment that comes in by a boat every month. Stalls that run low. So don't expect a free meal if that's what you're looking for.
Not looking for one.
Good! Though I guess we should probably thank you a little bit for what you did. He kind of looks around. He has a bag. He reaches it in. He's got a flask of rum. And he just passes it to you, Arthur.
I'll take a swig and then I'll hand it back to him.
Well, you should share it with the other boys, too. They seem to be just as instrumental.
I'll ask if anybody of the crew wants some rum.
No, I think I'm all right.
Thank
Ruma
you.
will
This is the
happily
first time
oblige.
someone has offered a drink when I've arrived to his place.
Well, I'm glad that our hospitality is suiting to you.
I will have some after Ruma has.
He called it rum, but it's more like
it's
just
swill.
piss swill. It's pretty bad.
Sebastian looks like he wants to have some, but I just pass it to whoever's next.
I'll take some. I'm on vacation.
You see his eyes just kind of like.
It's pretty bad, Sentinel. It's not like anything you may have drank in the resort town. It's swill.
I'll take a big gulp after I take a sip, and in just is like, well, thank you. Just the tropical drink that I was looking for on this great vacation, Arthur.
I will chuckle to myself, and if everybody has partaken, I'll hand it back to the man.
Appreciate it. Enjoy Nuttin Town. There's nothing here.
Sure.
Well, a very apt name, I guess.
I guess we will we'll march over to where he pointed me Ricky Tasker was at, unless anybody else has got anything else they want to do here.
Can't say I.
The hags don't have anything like on them, right? Like the
water.
bodies.
Mostly just like rags and maybe some like sea, like maybe dead fish and stuff like that.
Ugh, I don't want any of that stuff.
Muck, seaweed.
A little bit of mud.
Nope.
A copy of Anne Rice's Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, snap. No. Concentrated evil.
People of culture.
Half of a book of Twilight.
What'd you say, Brendan?
One of them has the first half of the first book of Twilight.
There we go.
The other half got ripped and washed away into the sea somewhere.
They only have up to when Bella ends up meeting Edward.
So it's just a very weird moment of high school life in a place
Yep,
we've
yep.
never.
They're very confused about the contents of this like 40-page manuscript that they have.
I don't understand. There's a vampire, but he's not sucking blood from
Well,
people.
no, it's right when she met him, so she doesn't realize he's a
not even
vampire. He's just a very hot, pale guy.
Random
And
people.
stop the speeding car from hitting her.
What is a
The-
car?
Yeah, the end.
The
Car
end.
is a powerful beast.
The short story.
It's everyone's favorite.
All right,
short
so you
story.
guys are gonna head
Ricky
to the
Tasker.
Ricky Tasker's
southernmost
house.
building to where Ricky Tasker supposedly is.
Whatever that is.
This will be a fun reunion.
All right, so you make your way south towards where supposedly Ricky Tasker is, and you enter this shack. And when I mean shack, do I mean shack? These buildings are built with the cheapest of plywoods, hammered together awkwardly in, kind of just shapes and forms that don't 100% make sense. Giant gapes in the roofs and the siding. It's, nothing that you would overly want to live in. Squalor probably that you'd see in Igorith's slums. And as you kind of enter into the southernmost building, you just see like rows of beds and bunks and stuff where people are living. And they have a small like living area, so it's like a bed or a bunk and like maybe a chair and a dresser, and that's all they have. It's just all of these people crammed into these tight spaces here. And due to the elemental and hag attack, there's a lot of people in this room right now. They've just been alerted that the threat is done, so they're kind of like, do we go outside? As they see you enter, they kind of all just stare. And Arthur, you very quickly recognize, not anyone specifically right away, but you recognize these people as sailors, pirates, salty sea dogs, people that in your time would be sailing the high seas on these corsair vessels and sacking different ships and living a life of grog and wenches and swill, swearing, keel hauling, gutting, all of the things that a pirate would do. And here now they seemed reduced to their most concrete element, just to nothingness, pounded down to dust.
Kind of taking it in, I will scan the room and see if I see anybody who remotely resembles an older hobbling.
It takes you a moment, but after a little bit, on one of the top bunks in the middle, you do see a hobbling, who you would recognize as Ricky Tasker. He obviously is a hobbling, like Meepo, so he's kind of like a green-skinned goblin. He wears kind of tattered rags. He's got a bandana over his head that's kind of loose to one side. You can kind of see tufts of black hair poking out from the side. There's a little bit of gray, like coloring at the ends. His left hand is incredibly malformed, as if it was so badly broken at one point, no real medical attention was given to it, that it contorts in a strange kind of jagged shape, almost like a tree branch. And he kind of holds it almost like this, unable to move it. And in his one hand is a pipe that he smokes.
Ricky Tasker. Walk right over.
Takes a drag of his pipe and blows it out. Well, I'll be damned.
Way
It's
you're
a
looking
pirate.
now, yeah, half wish me
pirate
to complete the task.
Ghost, come back to haunt me, I see.
No ghost, I'm here in the flesh.
I don't believe it. Azrael blew himself clear to hell, along with the rest of the Alabaster Keep crew, me included. You're a fucking imposter.
Clearly not. Otherwise, how are you here?
Well, that's a good question, considering everyone else is fucking dead. Like my arm? That's what happens when you stand next to gunpowder that ignites and explodes and blows you clean from the fucking hull, straight through the porthole designed for the ballista. Normally it'd kill you, but somehow it was small and sly enough that I managed to slip on through. Break this fucker straight into oblivion. Haven't been able to use it in the last 5 years. What you say about that, Azrael?
Well, what I'd say is that you certainly know how to survive. That's one task. And let's be honest, Ricky, if it wasn't me, it would have been you many years prior. Come on.
Me blow myself to high heavens.
You're a powder monkey.
I always practice safety on the Alabaster Keep. I made sure the powder stores were in line most of the time, and never next to an open flame unless I was smoking my pipe. Then they're always next to an open flame, but I can control that. You're a fucking dead man there, Azrael, coming on back here. A lot of people here recognize you, want to take your head for their own. Most people think you're dead, you know that, right?
I'd like to keep it that way.
You might wish to. Alabaster Keep's out there on the Elysian Sea here within the Isle Elios, making a real mockery of the pirates that remain. Old Moonlight sees to that.
How'd they resurrect that pile of scrap?
Don't ask me. Money talks in this world. You and I know that.
Supposedly, money isn't the only thing that talks, Risky.
Now, who would tell you that? Who's talking?
Otis.
What about Otis? Fucking golden air, buying up land, building this fancy little theme park, making himself a home and whatnot.
He
It's a
certainly
real...
seems to know a lot about me, a lot about our ship, a lot about our crew.
Oh, he's taking a shine to the whole Azrael legend. Yeah, you're big news around these isles. Like a myth almost. Funny how that happens.
It's not funny at all, Ricky.
Fucking hilarious if you ask me.
You should be ashamed.
Azrael White, famed corsair of the Isle of Helios. Now a fucking children's cartoon. Joyous if you ask me. Real solidify of the legacy there, Azrael. Real solidify.
It's not half of what I deserve, but the people gone don't deserve that.
Oh,
I
I
don't need
think
to be
you
celebrated.
do. I think you do deserve it, Azrael. Because what better hell for you than being treated like some goddamn folk hero when really you're no more than shit on somebody's soul. And you know it. You know it just as much as anyone.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you, Ricky. I said it's half of what I deserve. I deserve worse. I'm just saying that people's memory being besmirched by me being lifted up as like some folk hero of legend. It's a joke. You should be ashamed.
If you think you deserve more, I can put you on fucking trading cards if you'd like.
Oh,
Saw
yeah.
you around the back alleys of Igorith for some type of card game. Attack of 2,000, defense of 3,000.
I'm sure Thomas would really appreciate you searching his name. Just ask his daughter, and I'm going to point down here to Nat.
My fine greetings to you, miss. What is, she's Thomas Trick's, cum stain?
You really are something, Ricky. Really
I'm a
are
man
something.
who's become quite the entrepreneur selling stories, Azrael. Stories about this stories about our time out on the high seas, and look where it's fucking got me.
Yeah, you seem to
Squalor.
be up on the
Fucking
Ritz.
squalor, my friend.
When you sell something, you might want to hold out for a better price.
Oh, I'll tell you where my price went to. My price went to booze and women. Gambling. Things that, of the flesh. Now it lends me up on here. And until good old Otis comes on back calling for more stories, it looks like I'll just be staying here a little while longer. But it's okay. Quite like this place. Kind of reminds me of the Alabaster Keep before you fucking blew it to smithereens. Cozy. Lots of family.
Well, you might be waiting a little longer on Otis coming to talk to you about stories. My crew here did quite a number on him.
Oh! Well, they let you out of the roost then. I'm surprised. One of the pirates here done threatened him. They wound up hung outside the shorelines after the Alabaster Keep caught up to the ship, blew the crew half to smithereens, gutted the survivors that surrendered, hung the captain from his mast and sent him on down the channel as a kind of warning sign for us pirates. That's the thing, Arthur, you don't understand anymore. They don't tolerate pirates in this part. Pirates are a thing of the past. 5 years ago, why, you were the last great pirate that really made a difference. You know that, right?
It's a shame.
Yeah,
It's not a
maybe.
shame.
Only one that remains of the greats is good old Lyle, the fairy pirate, the relentless. And he's here in Nutton Town too. Fucking wasting away just like the rest of us.
You should have went down with the ship.
I wish I'd gone down with the ship. I wouldn't have this fucked up arm. I wish you'd gone down with the ship too, so I wouldn't have to look at your ugly ass face anymore.
Trust me, we're in agreement there, Ricky. I'm not here to make casualty. I'll leave you alone. I'll leave this town, and I won't ever show my face again. We're
Good.
looking for some information. You said you got a price? We can pay it.
All right. Well, let's see here. For information, I usually charge a premium. Because we're a long-time standing family friend, I'm going to give you the family discount, which means I'm going to add 10 gold onto that fucking price tag. How about we pay out
That's
20
fine.
gold and we call it a day? That should be able to get me a little bit of room and board away from this place.
I don't know what information I'm asking about, and your price is 20 gold?
Yeah, of course it is. Why? You want me to charge you more? I can charge you 50.
No, I think 20 will be just fine.
I will hand him 20 gold.
Appreciate it.
Map piece. Not the usual. Not looking for treasure.
Hmm.
Looking for something a little bit more unique. A piece of something. Kind of hidden in riddles. Then I will read him the piece that we know about it, which is that a sailor lost it, I think, to the bottom of the sea, or hid it away. One
Locked it or
second.
something
Given
at
to
the
a
bottom of
sailor
the-
who entombed it in the sea.
Interesting. Nah, I'm not really one for those type of mysteries. I like to make my own mysteries about people. But Lyle might know something. He been around, and as a fairy, they got those kind of magic, fingers and whatnot. He might know something a little bit more than I do. But I have never heard of a map piece, not one that you haven't found, that hasn't led to some type of treasure.
Where can I find Lyle?
He's in one of the shacks around here. And he indicates to this one right here, if you go back to the map there. Should be there. It's his own private little shack. He's a living legend around this spot, you could say.
Nothing less than he deserves.
Oh, he is quite the sorry state from probably the last time you saw him, Azrael.
You take care of yourself, Ricky. Don't do anything stupid, and I'm going to extend my hand. I'm deliberately going to extend my hand to shake the hand of his that is totally deformed and broken, and he can't move.
He starts laughing. Oh, Azrael, you never cease to surprise me with what you are capable of doing. One of these days, and it won't be by my hand because it's a two-handed job and I only got one. But one of these days, someone's gonna come for you, Azrael. Someone's gonna come and they're gonna do something real nasty to you.
I sure hope they do. And I will drop the other 30 of the 50 he said when he increases price gold in his lap with that hand.
Well, I seem to have made myself a bit of a payday. Cheers to your crew, Azrael, and to the Alabaster Keep. May her soul rest on the bottom of the oceans and her undead carcass terrorize pirates for all eternity.
I will stomp my foot twice and go, here, here, and walk out of the shack.
Alright. You walk out of the shack. Does everyone else follow, or is there anything else anyone would like to do with this shack?
I got nothing to do in this shack.
Alright. Give me... Let's take a 5-minute break, because I just got a message on my phone I want to look at real quick, and we will be back in 5 minutes.
All right.
All right.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Hello.
Little break before we finish up the last few minutes here.
M.
Oh yeah, you can see it in the back.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Why are
Yeah,
you
you-
rocking on there,
Oh.
Matthew?
Because there was an M.
Because
in
we're
the
back.
Because we're
'Cause we're
vibing.
back.
We're
'Cause
back.
we're
and
back.
There's an M in the background. Anyway.
All right.
We're
So
going
you guys are going to
to
head over to the
Lyle.
shack to the right to meet Lyle the Relentless, which, if everyone remembers, was the pirate fairy that Eric brought up, or Arthur brought up in session 2
Like
to ask
way
her
back
about
in the
fairies that have done good things, and she was saying that fairies don't do anything of meaning. So you guys head to this shack.
The big
and-
callback.
And it is different than the previous one you were in, where the other shack is very commune, almost like dorm style. This is lived in by one person, maybe one or two like helpers live there as well. And you can kind of see old like ship memorabilia, maps, spyglasses, cutlasses, hats, outfits, kind of like on the walls. Maps and ledgers, shipping charts scattered all over desks. There's this just terrible disorganization about everything, and kind of sitting in the middle of the shack on a what looks to be like foreign kind of like fabric, like pillow almost, with like the gold ruffles on the side, the tassels that come off, is a fairy no larger than Aster, so maybe about yay big, sitting on this thing, picking at their teeth with a very small rapier. Their eyes are gone. They are wearing like a cloth across their eyes, and their wings seem to have been melted off.
Ooh.
And are nothing but small nubs. And as you enter, the fairy calls out, "Drinker, is that you? No, it's not your footsteps. It's somebody else's. Now who be there?"
A ghost from your past.
Now, if I recognize that voice as Azrael White, Corsair of the Elysian Sea, a ghost long dead, come back to take me away and cross the river Styx. Now is that what you come for, Azrael? To take me finally from this plane, someplace less torturous?
I wish I could do the honor, but you'd best me, Lyle.
Oh, alive you are, Azrael. How long has it been? 6 years for us?
Indeed. 6 years too long.
Good Lord. God is damn it all. I thought myself the last of the great pirates. And here one of the greatest amongst us comes about, stepping on into my shack like a ghost of the past.
You are the best.
Azrael. It's good to hear your voice.
Is it? Is it really?
Well, it is. You don't know about the other greats and what's happened to them, I'm assuming. Oh, you do. And you're just here to remind me of what we've lost.
No, I haven't been pirating in the last couple of years. I got soft.
You're like so many of the others around us. Run off their ships. Landlocked here in small towns. Back in the day, Azrael, remember how we used to rule these isles? And the merchant ships between Elos and the Vanatirian Peninsula wouldn't dare cross these waters, lest they meet one of our ballistas, lest their cargo become our cargoes. Do you remember that, Azrael?
Of course I do.
A real crying shame. Well, to bring you back into the pirating fold. Good old Ban Clip was sunk off the coast of Olin. The stage of mad drunkenness. After a very successful raid, he ran into an iceberg of all things. Supposedly he himself was impaled upon the ice and bled out. Crew hobbled off the boat back to one of the Olin ports, leaving him there, strung up like a badger caught in a trap. Organs sprawled out, dead. And then there was Doc Stalwart, Franz Calistaster, got into a bit of a spat, you could say. Good old Doc pulled a pistol on Franz, and missed and killed some poor barmaid. Well, you can imagine what that did to the Igorth Guard. Alerted, strung them both up, piracy, wanted and all that. 2 more dead and gone. And there was Pierre. He retired at 32 from what I heard. They're finding some huge loot on the island of Stinwald. He bought some huge mansion on some tropical paradise. Supposedly he lives there with his 4 wives and 12 children. Drinking rum, getting fat, slowly dying of diabetes, till the good goddess drags him to hell, where all of us belong. And finally, Stogler the Fierce. Lost everything in some type of trading company expedition. Decided he was gonna go straight. He wasn't gonna be a corsair anymore. He was gonna be a good, honest man. When some other pirates heard that, they didn't take too keen upon that. Attacked his ship, stole his cargo, broke the rudder and the wheel, sent him off into the murky blue on his own, tied to his mast, dying of dehydration until there was nothing left but bone and skeleton recovered some few months later. And then there's me. And you. I got caught up by the Vanetarian Navy. Captured aboard one of their warships. They singed out my eyes with hot pokers, melted my wings so I couldn't fly anymore. Cut off 2 of my fingers on each hand so I couldn't hold a cutlass. Stranded me back here on the island of Tonaga to be fed upon by the other pirates. Somehow I find myself here in Nutton-town, slowly begging for a slow death. And then Azrael White comes walking on into my little hut again. The mad pirate that killed his crew, murdered orphans, blew all of it, dreams and glory, pirate honor, respect, the myth, the legend, blew it all straight to high heavens, and here he is, in the flesh, standing before me. Oh, it truly is a specter, and my lack of sight has betrayed me once again.
Tell you, it's no specter.
I sometimes wish it was. I have dreams, Azrael, of the good old Baron, or Pierre, or Stogler coming to me in the night, ghosts with chains, barnacles on their flesh, waterlogged mines and seaweed for hair, bidding me back to the sea, back to an old time, where pirates like us ruled, a time that'll never come to pass, you know. But I think I could only ever experience that true death again. Now what did you come here for? Surely not to make pleasantries.
No, I'm here to ask a favor. As if that's all I'm good for.
Anything for you, Azrael. After all, you did get me out of that tight little fit there with the Navy. A few years ago. What? 8, perhaps? Huh. I do owe you one for that.
Ricky tells me that you might know a little bit more than he does. We're looking for a treasure map.
Ricky Tasker. A fucking sellout. What did he tell you I know?
Looking for a map, but not just a pirate map. Not for treasure, not this time. It's something that's supposed to be a piece of a puzzle. Collected a few of them around the world, but there's one that's supposed to be out here. Sunken into the abyss by a sailor. You ever hear the tale?
I do. Old pirate legends passed down since the time of the goddess. A map split into 5 pieces, one of them brought before the Great Sea Empire, far beneath the waves against another plane of existence, locked behind a fog wall, trapped in an eternal grasp of a kraken. I believe that's what you're looking for, is it not, Azrael?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Surely you know of the fog wall just to the north of us. It is not large, it is circular in nature, but any ship that sails into it is hopelessly lost, until it's finally spit back out by the fog, the crew either missing or long rot. But there is a legend, an old pirate tale, a sailor's tale perhaps more appropriate, that speaks about a way to penetrate the fog, make it to the center, where you will find your mystical treasure. You will need 2 items to do such a thing. First is a daft sail, capable of surviving the winds, capable of enduring the fog, and guiding the ship true. There are very few that can create a daft sail, I believe, in this day. Aye, but if you can find one or have one made, it'll guide you right. And finally, you need to be bestowed blessing upon by the goddess to bear against such terrible plains, such darkness that envelops the sea in the form of a fog. A golden thread blessed by one of her holy priestesses. There just becomes one major flaw with that. The thread has long been a myth itself, and priestesses hard to find, as the lords of Kar have faded away, and the existence and our connection to the goddess have shifted and drifted with each passing day. Supposedly, though, there is an abbey just to the east of here. A place once occupied by pure evil that guards a thread with the goddess's blessing. These are the tales I've heard, Azrael. A daft sail and a golden thread weaved into the sail will guide you beyond the fog wall to what you seek.
If I didn't know you better, Lyle, it would sound like you're telling me a bedtime story.
Isn't it all pirates are at some point? Bedtime stories for children. Wistful swashbuckling adventures about taking down evil lords and saving beautiful women, forgetting about the women raped, the men murdered, the gold and jewels and food and cloth plundered and sold for a profit, all to line our pocketbooks in the state of a bedtime story. Is that all we are now, Azrael? A bedtime story?
One could only hope. You deserve far better than this, Lyle.
No. I only deserve the sea at this point. And that I will be taken back to when I finally leave this god-forsaken plain and go to wherever us pirates frolic. Not some sea of milk and honey, but a fiery lake drenched in the bodies of those that we've dragged down to the sea. Only one day to be resurrected into a briny, undead accompaniment. A crew of the undead brought forth to terrorize the living. That is our fate, Azrael.
Before I leave you, what do you know of the Alabaster Keep? Obviously, other than what happened to it when I commandeered it. Supposedly still sails. How is that even possible?
The rumors hold true, Azrael. Your old ship patrols these waters here in the Isle of Helios, staking out would-be pirates, former corsairs, and bringing them to their knees, destroying those who won't submit, and those that do end up here nut down, locked away, rotting for new family fun entertainment. Supposedly a ghost crew pilots that ship. I'd best be wary if you're on these seas.
Do you know how Otis has command of it? He's just a businessman. He's just a man. I could have struck him down in the street.
How does anyone command such things? Money, power, a bit of dark magic. Even I can't say.
Oh, Lyle. I wish you peace. And if not peace, I wish you death.
May I ask you a favor before you go, Azrael? One final favor for a dying man, locked in a shack who can't feel the ocean again.
Of course.
Over there on my desk is a lute. I'd like it if you'd play me one of the shanties. One of the songs we used to sing back when Cutthroat Roost was truly a pirate's haven, and you and me and the Baron would sit around the taverns and telling stories of our grand pirate adventures, while the band in the bars would play our tune that would speak to me like the ocean waves. I would like to hear those waves again, Arthur. One last time.
I will silently walk over to the lute pick it up, kind of lost in the haze of memories, not having grabbed an instrument in 6 years. Sit down in a chair that's available and begin to play.
The lute is terribly mistuned, but the song that comes from it is of one of the old pirate shanties that would be sang in the town or on the ship that would revel the crew in kind of a joyous chorus, regardless of weather or waves. And as you kind of just play this little tune, Arthur, maybe humming or muttering some of the words, you can see Lyle kind of lean back in his pillow, stretching his kind of arms out as if to lay them at his side. And he gives his last breath and passes on to whatever hell he spoke of.
I will set the lute down after the song is finished. Kind of stare off for a little while. And I will pick him up and begin making my way out of the cabin.
All right, Arthur, with Lyle's body in tow, you make your way out of the cabin, knowing that to obtain the map piece that you seek, you will require a daft sail and a golden thread blessed by a priestess of the goddess. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yep.
So good. So good. Well done, Ethan. Well done.
Let's go.
Sad, dead pirate.
That was great.
That was a nice ending.
Refreshing take back to the combat block, boys.
Yeah.
I'm realizing just how much nonsense we can get up to. Oh, I can use my reaction to do this with a bonus action to do this.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys told me last week, you were like, man, it's been like 6 sessions since we've done combat. We haven't done combat. I'm like, I should probably add some combat in here. So there was not originally intended combat entering Not in Town, but I added combat just for you guys.
I loved it, Ethan. That's great.
And,
way to create a beautiful story out of a character I mentioned in passing early in the campaign.
Yeah, no.
Way to go
like
on that.
I like that.
The ultimate.
It was funny because like weeks ago, maybe months ago, I texted Eric. I'm like, "What the hell was the name of the pirate fairy?" And he's like, "I don't remember. I just made something up on the spot."
I remembered his name was Lyle. I just couldn't remember his nickname.
It was like it was the Relentless. I went back and looked at actually, I don't think I found it in the video. I kind of just was like, I think it was the Relentless, and just went with it. That required of me watching like 4 hours of episode 2 to try and find that. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
I need to scrub through all of that for that.
Our super fans will catch it one day.
Yeah,
someone will be
our
like,
super
"It
fan will be
wasn't
like,
the Relentless. It was actually the Terror. You were
Right,
wrong."
exactly. You're an idiot, DM. You shouldn't DM. I'm going back to watching Critical Role. You
No,
cuck.
people could have multiple titles. They could have been the Relentless and the Terror and
Yeah,
the
Azrael
Sea
White has like
Dog.
5 titles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So maybe
There's
they have
reality
multiple different titles.
There's gonna be some reality warping shenanigans at the end of the this whole campaign. It's like, and also in the epilogue, somehow this person's name got changed to the Relentless.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be a side one shot that we do where we play Lyle's crew and how he earned
There
the
you
name
go.
Relentless. But that's great,
hey.
Ethan. That was so great to take it to come up with all like the old guard of pirates and their stories and how they ended. That was expertly done, man. That was awesome.
Ethan's too good.
Love it.
Too good.
I just gotta make better combat encounters.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad.
And
Not every combat has to be a super challenge. Sometimes it's great to pwn.
That's
some
true.
new-
That is
Sometimes
true.
it's
It
fun
is-
for it's more fun for us sometimes to just absolutely obliterate a combat and actually feel
Smash.
like we're strong for once.
To banish the water elemental in
just
full
completely
hell.
That was awesome.
remove a
That was
full
such a
elemental.
good move.
Just shadow
I
realm
think
it.
I was like, technically how I've built this, the hags have summoned these
Yeah,
from the
summon
plane
them.
of water. So no, they are
No,
not
they're
from
not.
the plane of
Yeah.
existence. Oh, they're just gone now. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna tag you on that, Brendan.
Okay.
One of the you're gonna end up in the water plane at some point for some random
just gonna
reason.
be one
That
water-
elemental's gonna be waiting for you there.
Just cracking his water knuckle.
Yep. At that point, it'll be like level 15 and
It's
you
like
one
in
shot it.
Skyrim. It's like in Skyrim, you're battling an enemy, and then somehow you like glitch fast travel, and the enemy's still chasing you all the way across
Oh
the
my god,
world.
that happened in Oblivion. It happened.
you
I was
remember the
playing. Yeah, the guard that deserved a promotion. So we were playing Oblivion on his PS3, and we ran from one end of the map to the other. And we couldn't rest. It was like an enemy is nearby you. You can't rest. You can't rest. You can't rest. So we're like, what the fuck? So we were about ready to like reload like a way back save because we're just like the game must be glitched. And I'm like, I'm gonna head back that way and see maybe if we can counter whatever this is. It was a guard from the town on the furthest end of the map that ran after us all the way, and it was like, you have broken the law. And I'm just like, and it was like a 10 gold like law we broke. So I'm just like, here's your money.
You deserve it.
Judge, it's Moomin Rider from freaking One Punch Man on his little bike. It's like, I'm coming.
We were
That's
both like,
so
somebody needs to give this guy a raise because he literally ran across the continent to get to us.
One of the
That's
funniest
awesome.
gaming moments of my life.
Oh my gosh.